What I was
you
saying
you didn't know
was
he was lactose intolerant?
no, I didn't. To be honest,
Wow.
how'd you find out?
He
Every
fucking
time I
ate cheese and he felt like shit.
I had to shit
Damn.
myself every time.
Well, that fucking sucks. Let's figure out the intro.
I'll intro it.
Go for it. Send it out.
Welcome to the pod.
Yeah, everybody else has like, what the fuck is going on in there? They got couches, they got lights.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, mad cameras
casting
everywhere.
couch.
A little casting couch.
Damn, imagine.
All right, so everybody, welcome to the No Neighbors podcast. I want to thank you all for joining us. I am your humble and gracious host, one of your hosts. All right, so
that's
I'm
Rhino.
David. I'm here with my co-host,
Yeah,
Ram and Ryan.
Ladies and
This is No Neighbors. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, checking out the show. To all of our first-time listeners, welcome. To all of our last-time listeners, thank you for fucking with us and checking out the show. And,
last time listeners.
and you got
like
both.
first and last.
You
Yeah,
got
true,
both.
true.
You got the
That's a
first
good
and you
point.
got the last time listeners. So some
That's
people,
true. That's true.
some people are gonna want to fuck with it, and some people are gonna hear it and be like, "Oh, these fucking guys," and then not want to.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit of both. You know,
That's a
some
good
people
point.
are here for it, some people aren't here for it.
Well, shout out
But yeah.
to them. You know?
Happy New Year to everybody. Hope
Yeah,
everybody
Happy
had,
New Year,
had
everybody.
a happy New Year, had a good time.
Dude, that whole situation was fucked up. Like, so Christmas Day was, we all got together at Kaylee's grandpa's house.
Mhm.
We were all together. We were all just messing around, just playing a drinking game.
After you guys had gone out, or like
No. This is prior. So
Oh,
Steph's
okay.
birthday
Before
was
the
on
birthday.
Sunday,
copy
and
that.
then we went out, or we went to my sister's first, and then we ended up at Kaylee's grandpa's house. As soon as I got there, everybody was there. Everybody was already drinking. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, we'll
Turn up
yeah,
vibes.
We'll
turn
jump
up
in.
vibes.
So I jumped into the game. It was that Buzz game. That game's legit, honestly.
The card game.
Yeah, that shit's
I haven't
dope.
played that, but it looks
It's fun as hell.
How does it go? I never.
So there's little things inside the card, so you can say like, all right, how many people here have like given a blowjob? How many people have received?
Right away. He's like, fuck. He's like, I gotta drink. I gotta. No one look.
There's that one. And then like how many partners you've been with.
Okay.
So it's real fucked up to like play around some other people.
Yeah, I'm sure you were depressed.
He's like, fuck it, I'll take another shot for
He's
that.
like, so do we drink for each person we fucked? And like, yeah. He's like, I guess I'll take 2 sips.
Like this with his pinky up. His
Yeah, I'll take 2
Oh,
sips.
No,
so-
but honestly, that game can get you fucked up because it's either 1, 2, or 3 drinks.
I like the game
What do you
Red
mean?
Light.
So
Oh, no, it's not a red light.
Red light.
Fucking
Drinking?
oh, you mean
Stop.
drunk driver.
drunk driver.
I don't think
That
I've ever
one.
played that one.
That one's a game.
That one's
That's a
fucking
game will fuck you
dope.
up fast.
I love that one.
Because
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right,
play that
well, coming back to that, but we'll come back to that later.
Right.
Drunk driver is basically you're gonna have 5 streets. So you have 1 card, 2 card, 3 card, 2 card, 1 card, and every time if you have to
Okay.
get through completely without hitting a face. So every time you hit a face card and whatever street it lands on, that's how many drinks you take.
Oh shit.
So if you hit one on,
Oh, I think I
first-
have played that shit.
I think, yeah, I think you played it at my house
I think
one
I
time.
played- Yeah, we played that
Yeah.
shit.
But you hit on the first street, yeah, you're
You
good,
do
1
one
drink.
shot. Okay.
But dude, there's some times where you get all the way to the 5th street and then
Yo,
We did. You know what? We did play that shit. That was the time. All right, check this shit out.
That shit was
That was the
dope.
time that Ryan got super fucked up and
Oh,
threw up.
oh, that's
and
right. Yeah,
threw
that
up.
was.
So Ryan, we were all drinking, and Ryan was having whiskey with us or whatever. Ryan has really bad luck with whiskey. I don't
Yeah.
think Ryan should be drinking whiskey.
I like
But
whiskey. I just shouldn't drink it.
But yeah, but Ryan got really
I
fucked
like
up.
whiskey, bro.
So
I
he
just
starts
can't
like,
drink it
you
a
know when
bunch.
you're throwing up and you can't make it to the bathroom fast enough or
Oh, yeah,
outside and
yeah.
you're like throwing up into your hand. It's like
No.
shooting out the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that. You got the splatter popping out. He's
No.
running out, goes out right outside of the door and just starts yakking it everywhere.
Damn.
Literally. Then comes back in and is like falling asleep on the bar. Out of nowhere, it gets like
Swear.
a.
Straight looking like my dad.
Well, before that even happened,
Straight like Max, like
Yeah.
Max all over.
before that's when he was giving Gio the massage. So
Órale.
he swore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about
So-
that. I heard
so
about. I wasn't
he-
there for that time.
Yeah,
but-
so he
I
swore.
was sober at that time.
Oh, even worse.
He swore that he fucking knew like his whole
Right.
his whole like fitness, like muscle, all that shit. So he's like, yeah, Gio, you know what it is? It might be your left sciatic nerve on the la 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 and all shit. He's like here.
And Gio,
he's like,
Gio all convinced.
Gio,
he's like,
Gio faded
yeah,
too.
I think,
Yeah,
I think
Gio
you're
faded
right.
too. So he leans over and he's like, yeah, where? And then Ryan gets behind him, up against the bar, and like is digging in his back, right?
And his lady's there.
And
From
his
what I
lady's-
heard,
yeah,
right?
his lady's right next
Yeah,
to
yeah.
him, and we're all looking at them like, "What the?" And you just hear Gio like, "Oh yeah, right there," and then Ryan's like, "Yeah, right there, huh? Right there." And Gio, "Oh yeah," and I do
All
what the
aggressive
fuck?
and shit.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck's going on?
bro, and we're dying.
Sierra's-
we're dying.
Sierra's
She's like, what the
girlfriend,
fuck
yeah,
is going
she's
on?
like,
Sierra's like, "Yo, what the?" We're all looking at each other like, "What the fuck?" And Gio's there like, "Dude, this is the best fucking feeling in the world." Like he's just taking it. And Ryan's like, "Yeah, like working it."
What did Gio say
Hey,
after
Dave,
that?
Dave always
What
makes
did
that
you-
sound so much worse.
Right.
than
Nah,
it
but
is.
is, bro.
Hey, low key, that shit sounds weird.
You gotta ask Chucks, bro, because even Chucks was there. We were like, "Bro, what the fuck is going on here?"
Yeah, well, no, but the thing is, what's it called PT? What were you?
PTSD.
PT.
No.
PTSD.
Personal training, certified CPT.
CPT. There we
This
go.
dumb
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You just told me yesterday. But I was trying to figure out, I was like,
you got that
trying to
PTSD?
put,
You got that
trying to put
PTSD.
two and two together type
You got
shit.
that little pee-pee?
Hold on.
But no, yeah. So it was one of those moments where you're like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
How long did this last, Ryan?
Nah, it was like a
From
good-
what you
It was like,
remember?
I don't
like
even
a
know how
good
long.
10
I don't
minute
remember.
massage, like a good 5-10
10
minute massage.
minutes?
Motherfucker,
Shit.
motherfucker was putting in work.
Was it for free?
I don't know what payment was received later, but at the
I don't
time,
know. Hey, I didn't
Hey,
know.
my payment was fucking throwing up everywhere all over the fucking place.
that shit was nutty.
Oh, so this was, you threw up after, like, same
Yeah,
day
yeah,
after
because
that
after
game?
he got super fucked up, and then he passed out on the bar, on Bogey's bar.
Could you guys hear me from here?
Like
Yeah.
he was just he was
Yeah.
just sitting on it, and he just knocked out. And we're like, all right, Ryan, we're out, doggy. All right.
It was almost as
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
almost as bad as when we saw over the balcony like asleep.
Oh,
He just
dude,
fucked
that
up.
shit was crazy. I thought he was gonna fall off.
Dude, me and Ram came back to the room after coming back from Papa's and beer.
Fucked up.
And
And we
we-
get
we-
back
yeah, we
fucked
were
up. So
fucked
we're
up.
like looking right, and we're like, where the fuck's Bog?
And then we,
And then-
we walk out to the balcony. Oh, let's go outside and see what's going on down there. This was hovered over the balcony.
Dude,
like
that
his
shit
arms
was,
are
like,
over the
just
balcony.
hanging over
asleep.
it?
Bro, and the
Oh,
balcony's
shit.
there, like it looks like it'll just fall like at any second.
Yeah,
Like, it's
you
like-
know all that stuff that they make down there. It's not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best
the-
structure.
And
And
you're
here's
off the
Bog.
ocean, so there's like water damage on the
Yeah,
wood.
yeah.
And shit. It's
Here's
just not
Bog.
not
How
secure
much
at
does he
all.
weigh? He's tall, right?
He's
So
6'1", about 250.
Yeah, so you could imagine like over a balcony. Ain't no
Fuck
way.
that.
Like if
And
It,
just
it,
fucked
no,
up
it
for
just
dead
took
weight.
another.
Yeah.
It just took him
Yeah,
to stand up full on tall to go over that thing.
mhm.
Oh shit.
But eventually, like, he comes back in, and then we help him out to go like to the bed, like to push him down. This motherfucker falls
Oh,
in
yeah.
between the fucking.
Dude,
the
he hits his head so hard, bro. It's
No.
like fuck, yeah,
Bro,
It
that's
was
how
bad. It
that's
was
how it
scary.
happened to Chuck's on the concrete bench in front of Dodger Stadium.
Holy shit!
That one was fucked.
That one, I wasn't there for that one either.
No,
but
I wasn't either.
how was
That one
How'd
that one was
go
fucked.
down?
I'd like to have Chuck's here for it, but we'll talk about it. Dude, we went to go watch the Dodger game. We decided to get a couple bottles to pregame before
Right,
the
right.
game
Obvi-
on the way
obvi-
there. But
mandatory,
it was just like we
mandatory.
had a bottle of siete leguas. Because it's not yeguas. Remember, it's only one now.
I don't know.
So however you pronounce that,
yeah, we gotta
somebody
figure-
verify
yeah,
that shit.
Yeah, we gotta figure
But
it
it's
out.
siete yeguas, leguas, whatever. And so
Right.
we had a bottle of that, and we had the little bottle of Don Julio. It wasn't even like a crazy bottle. And so we're drinking on the way to the game, and everybody's passing the bottle around. So everybody's taking like a swig or a shot's worth, right?
Right.
And it wasn't anything crazy. And we get to the game, everybody's on a good one. We're not even really buzzed. We're like kind of so, but good enough where it's like, all right, cool. You could still have a couple beers and chill and enjoy the
Mhm.
game. No one's fucked up or anything. But for whatever reason, and small, but like a little slow with his walk. Like he's a little like whatever, right? So we get to security,
What do you mean?
like you know when you're a little buzzed, you kind of like stutter step a little bit.
Got you. I thought
but-
you meant like regularly. Like,
but he-
Yeah, I was
walks,
lost for a
like-
second. Like, what do you mean?
No.
He's
I
slow.
was like,
Is he crip?
no.
I don't know.
No, but he was like, and I don't know if it was because he was buzzed or he was just moving slow because he was
I'm
chilling.
pretty sure he's straight.
But he was probably a little buzzed, yeah.
Right.
So we get to security and you got to take off your belt. This dude took off his belt slow, like
All delayed, huh?
like
In his head,
No,
his head
okay.
is probably going a million miles a minute.
No,
right?
you know, like you get pulled
Yeah,
over
yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're like,
You
I'm
think
gonna
you're-
reach for
all
my
right, I gotta
wallet.
pace this
I'm gonna
out.
reach for my wallet, and you go like that. Like that's how he was reaching for his belt. And this motherfucker, like right away, security look at him like, what the fuck?
Everybody's just like,
Yup.
any minute now.
The gate manager walks over and he's like, come here. And then he looks at me right away. He's like, your friend's too drunk. He can't come in. I was like, what? And he's like, no, he's cool. Like test him or walk him or some shit. Like whatever.
Walk him?
Like have him do the
Like
little
a-
walk in the
yeah.
light or some shit. Like he's a dog.
Yeah, it's like take for a walk. Real
I was
quick.
like,
Either some
yo,
brain
10
test
minutes.
outside. Now you're getting arrested.
All right.
Damn,
So I was like, no, he's
no.
right. And then the guy was like, nah. So he was cool about it. Shout out
Who
to
did they
him.
play that day? Actual.
I don't even remember, man. We didn't watch the game.
Oh,
So we got kicked out before the fucking
okay. But what were you saying?
before
like,
they even sang the
Before that?
anthem. So that's happening in
Just to get kicked out before you even hear the national anthem first pitch. I'm like,
Bro,
At
dude,
Dodger
I'd be,
Stadium.
I would be
You know,
pissed.
yeah.
So as we're carrying out Chucks, we hear the national anthem, but I'll get there. So the guy's really cool about it, and he's like, you know what? Technically, he has to leave the premises, but we'll cut you a break. You know, if he's in the car or whatever, like it's cool, right? So I was like, fuck, I gotta convince to stay in the car for 3 hours so we can watch the baseball game.
So you guys didn't try like a different gate?
So yeah, that's what we ended up doing. So
Everybody does
so
that.
we walked away, and I
Yeah,
told
like,
yeah. So I was like, look, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy another ticket, whatever cheap ass seat ticket. Go through a different gate, and then you come sit with us in our actual seats,
Right,
right? So while he's gonna go do that, so in the time span that he gets caught, I walk out with him. We buy another ticket online or whatever on SeatGeek and shit. It's probably been like 30 minutes, give or take, 30, 40 minutes. And keep in mind, we got to the game early because we were gonna eat. We're gonna have some beers. We just wanted to have a full experience because Chucks hasn't been to a game since he was like 6 or some shit. And I don't
He
think
went.
someone had never been there.
He went.
So whatever. Yeah, he fucking went. So
He went.
while walking to the other gate, I walked back in, and for whatever reason, Chucks is hammered. He's up against the snack bar. I guess they gave him like a hot dog and a water, but it wasn't enough. All frustrated, and Chucks is there like this, like just like
all tirado.
like still stumbling, like wobbly, crazy. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on?
Like
He's
2 a.m.
and he's
Like
he's-
if it was 2 a.m.
no, this dude was
2 a.m. in the morning
fucking
type shit.
trash, bro. At 6:30 in the afternoon, the game starts at 7 or some shit, 6:45.
But that doesn't make sense. Like again, like going, you just had a tequila bottle and a little bottle of Don Julio and a beer. Or
Yeah, it
maybe a
didn't make
beer.
sense because it wasn't like he pounded the bottle. We were sharing,
Yeah.
you know? And so I honestly thought, like, fuck, maybe this guy got drugged. Maybe someone slipped him something because he had some food there. Or we stopped at the gas station on the way to the game.
And it was for you,
maybe
right? Or five of
something
you?
he bought at the gas station. It was 5 of us.
Were you guys not with Chucks or how like did you guys lose him in
No,
like
we were-
translation type shit or
The
what?
only way it could have happened was if, because we stopped at the gas station, was if for whatever reason the food and the Pedialyte or whatever he bought there was drugged or bad or some shit, or
Expired?
the food that he had at Dodger Stadium when he first walked in was drugged, and like he got roofied or something real quick.
Yeah, because I
'Cause-
don't think it would have been food poisoning.
No,
Food
'cause,
poisoning like
hey,
a day
this,
after.
this
type shit.
motherfucker felt like, so he's there drunk, and then out of nowhere he's out. Like
See,
he's-
I don't
like-
see. That's the
like-
part I don't understand.
like his legs give out and he can't stay. He's like, he's looking at me. He's like, I can't stand up, and he's like,
No way.
yeah,
no.
that's
so then-
that's,
That's
so then
scary. That's
me-
low-key
it's really-
scary.
it
Yeah,
is.
it's kinda
Fuck yeah,
scary.
especially when you're in a public setting like that. And you're
Mhm.
like, oh, what the fuck do we do?
because you would never expect to get that
No.
way or get drugged in a
At
Dodger,
Dodger
Stadium,
Stadium,
of
And
all
then to
places.
top it off, you kind of like feeling yourself, and then that
Yeah.
happens. It's like, oh shit! Like,
and you're
what?
like, you're like, it's
Hey,
like being a
Chuck's
little
was
kid in
feeling-
high school.
He was feeling the
Yeah,
ground. That's
yeah.
what he was feeling.
Yeah. No, it's like you're a little kid in high school and you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to get caught doing some weird shit or inappropriate shit. So then you're like worried about the cops looking and all the security, and you're like, fuck.
Damn.
And we wanted to get like higher up seats, so we're on the second level, and we got to take either the stairs or the elevator up with this dude that's super fucked up. And so there's no way me and fuck, we gotta carry him, we gotta get him there, we'll sit him down for the game, fuck it, and we'll write it out. So we're trying to figure out a plan, and then there's this lady that works there that keeps weirdly looking towards us, like she wants to approach us, but she doesn't, and she has a wheelchair, and she's just standing there. And I'm like, what the
Got you,
fuck?
got you.
So then as I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do, I go over to her and I'm like, hey, can you help us find our seats? And she's like, oh, is he with you? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, yeah, he's bad. Like, I'll help you get him there. I was like, oh, okay, thank you so much. And she's like, here, this wheelchair's for him. And I was thinking like, oh, like he could use it. And then I was like, oh, no. Like if you have to help somebody that's handicapped or something, like, please, like we'll figure it
It's
out.
like, no, this
She's
guy's
like, no,
handicapped.
they sent me for him. And I was like,
Oh,
oh, shit.
damn!
So, yeah.
So they had you guys already on lock. They're like,
Yeah,
all right,
they
these
already
guys
knew.
are
Instantly when they
trouble.
walked in, cameras on him.
Bro,
Yeah,
it was,
yeah, yeah.
bro, it was
They're like
crazy.
this?
It was literally like a movie or some shit. Because as soon as she said that, I looked to like the right of her shoulder and behind her in
All
the
the
distance.
securities.
No, in the distance is the main gate security manager that told us at the beginning, and then 2 sheriffs with the big ass like cowboy tall hats
Oh,
coming at us like full
no.
speed, all aggressive, bro. And then out of nowhere they walk up and they try to grab Chucks, and I step in front, and me and he's like, no, we got it. And it's like, no, we'll take him out. We're gonna leave the game. Like we'll escort him. Like he doesn't need to go in. You don't need to take him. None of that shit. All right, cool. So then we put him in the fucking wheelchair for like half of the distance. And once we get to the gate, we obviously got to pick him up and carry him out. Bro, when I tell you, if you've ever been to Dodger Stadium, everybody shows up late to the game.
Mhm.
Everybody shows up when the game fucking starts. So as
Well, because
we're
everybody's fucking pregame and tailgating. Like,
yeah,
you
or
know,
whatever. So
a
as
routine.
we're picking Chucks up out of the wheelchair,
You
I
have
hear
everybody
the
doing-
national anthem in the background, and I see what looks like hundreds of people waiting in line to get into the game,
No,
and
dude.
everybody stops and is looking at us, and this guy's like this, like fucking dead weight, and me and are like throwing him on our shoulder, trying to carry him out, and we're taking him to the car across the parking lot.
the one that you said he has like the slow walk, so he's already.
No, that's
No, that's
big, like 6'5", 280 or some
Oh,
shit. Like this fool's
shit.
fucking big. So even me and him are struggling to carry Chucks because it's just dead weight.
dead weight.
It's just dead weight. And so the manager's like, hey, this guy can't just sleep in the car. I was like, no, we're out, man. Like, I'm not trying to be here. We're embarrassed. Like, this is a shit show. Like, we're out. And so we're carrying him out. We make it from the front gate to maybe like the little concrete benches they have, like just across the entrance, maybe like 50 feet out. And so we sit him down on the bench because he's heavy, and we're like, fuck, we got to figure out what we're going to do. So we sit him down, take a little break, and we're like, all right, we got to give him a second to gather himself, and we'll carry him again and we'll go. And I'm like, Chucks, I need you to just get it together just from here to the car. But from here to the car is really like
a mission.
like a couple hundred yards because it's a parking lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
and
general,
Dodger Stadium parking lot's big.
Oh.
and we're in
Hell yeah.
general parking. We're not in like preferred up
Preferred.
front or nothing.
Right,
so
right,
we
right.
gotta
So
go.
you gotta go
yeah, we
all
gotta
the way
go
to the hill.
deep. So we're trying. I'm like, he's not gonna make it, man. And so as he's sitting there, he just randomly slips off the bench and hits his head, all stupid. And that didn't even wake him up. Like he's just out. I'm like, oh fuck. So then I
Probably died for like a minute. It's
so
like,
I tell
Concussion and
yeah,
shit.
it's a fucked up shit, bro. So then I tell to stay with him, and me and go get the car, and I'm gonna bring it around front so that we can just load him in and just dip. So we go, they stay there, and everybody's watching us, bro. Like all the security guards, the cops, like no one's going up to us and like saying, "Oh, we gotta take him," but everybody's just sitting there watching, and I know
they're
in their
just
minds
waiting.
they're laughing.
They're waiting.
They're like, "Look at this dumb motherfucker!" Like, there's no way. So we go, we get the car, and I try to like go around, and there's no way for me to go unless I go out the main exit and come back in through the entrance for the parking lot.
Right.
Fucking move those cones, like let's go. So we go to move them, and the security's like, no, and then right away I'm like, no, we're gonna get the drunk guy off the front, the volada on the walkie, and then they clear all the cones. They gave us a whole path to the front of Dodger Stadium. Like they all knew. Yeah, they all knew. They stopped all the traffic, and they were like, and then dude, we went all the way down, didn't stop a second.
Like you were escorting the
Bro,
fucking
like the
president.
fucking president, yeah.
That's dope.
So we pull up
Well,
to
not
the
really,
no,
but you know, like it seems cool, like a movie type shit. Like
yeah, but then it's
that whole
fucked.
scenario going down.
Oh, it gets worse. So we
It gets
yeah,
worse.
it gets worse.
It gets worse.
I didn't hear this part.
So we pull up. I pull up to the front of Dodger Stadium, which we get out, and from the fucking 10 minutes, that's probably 10 minutes that we were gone. He's covered in throw up. Like he has thrown up on himself.
In the car?
No, on the bench in front of Dodger Stadium.
Oh.
It looks like he was dumped in like a vat of throw up and just pulled out, like dunked. Like he is just covered in this shit, right? No, yeah, head to toe, like just like an absurd amount of throw up where it's like that's not real. Like
Right.
someone poured a gallon, like fucked up. And so we're like, fuck, what are we gonna do? We can't put him in the car. Like this is super fucked up. He's throwing up on himself, like he's all fucked up. And then
Alcohol poisoning.
so then George is like,
Oh, I'm sure.
George is out of nowhere. George is like, take his clothes off. And like, what? He's like, yeah,
Wow.
we'll put him in the car naked, and we'll put his shit in the trunk,
Naked?
or like partially naked, and we'll put his shit in the
I was gonna
trunk.
say, I was like, hold up.
And so I was like, nah, we're
Hold
not
up.
gonna. I was like, we're not gonna do that right here, right? And then they're like, yeah, fuck it. I was like, all right, whatever. Then so then George just starts taking off this dude's. He's laid out on the bench, flat on his back.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
there's
everybody's
thousands of
walking in.
spectators,
Thousands
right?
of people walking in, right? Like everybody's coming in, and George is taking his pants off, his shoes, his shirt. This was in his boxers, just laying there,
Oh my god.
covered in throw up like a dead man. Dude, old señoras are walking up, and they're like, "Oh, está bien? Is he okay?" Like,
Like, fuck no,
and
he's
then
not
George-
okay.
and then-
This
and
motherfucker's
then-
dying.
and then fucking George, sí, está bien. He's our friend. We're taking care of him. Don't worry. Like all aggressive and
Oh,
shit. Like,
no.
bro, relax.
They're trying to help.
Yeah, right?
Get off.
So everybody's just staring, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, let's just get him in the car." So they put his shoes in the trunk, but then George throws away his pants. He's like, "Dude, these shits are fucked." Throws them away, dude.
Brand new
All
pants,
his
by the way.
clothes. So this fool gets in the car with socks and underwear, and his clothes is in the
No.
trash, and just shoes in the trunk, and that's it.
Shit.
So we get him in the
Probably
front
his favorite
seat.
pair, huh?
We get him
Like
in the front
fucking
seat. This fool
gone.
smells like a public restroom, like a park restroom. Like it just smells like shit. So we get him in there. I have the windows down the whole drive back, and halfway back, these was like, "Dude, it's cold." I was like, "Fuck no, it smells
True
like
homie
shit."
though. David's a true homie.
Yeah,
guys
we,
are
we,
sure,
we did
you
what we
know?
had to do. We did what we had
True
to do.
homies.
No, so because we left the game so early, we get into town at like 8:30, and this fool's fucked up. Like he's now a little better where he can kind of walk himself, but he's fucked up. So we're about to drop him off at his house. You know, his parents are probably still up and shit.
Fuck.
And there's no way he's walking inside in socks,
Hell no. 'cause he
underwear.
looks like what?
That's why,
He's
like,
Hey,
story,
his
right?
dad be like,
yeah. Yeah, people be like, "What the
Yeah,
fuck?"
just hosing him down in
Like,
the
what the fuck?
yard.
This was so we're like, "Fuck, what do we do then? Like, should we just wait
pressure
it
wash.
out? Like, what do, trying to figure something out?" And then Juanito was like, "Yo, fuck it, he could just stay at my place. You know, he'll crash with me."
Wow.
And so, hey.
Is he the one that wanted to take off his clothes?
Yeah, no, that was George.
That was George.
Oh,
That was
okay,
George.
okay,
He
okay.
took off his belt with his mouth or with his teeth.
I don't know.
So then we dropped him off at Juanito's house, and he stayed there. And then the next morning, at like 7 a.m, I had left to go to work, and I'm at the stoplight down the street, and I see a city truck pull up next to me, and it's fucking Chuck's in the driver's seat. I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? You still went to work?" He's like, "Yeah, I woke up at 4 all fucked up and left Juanito's house. I went home, took a cold shower, and went to work."
that was a true of even going to work that day.
Yo, that's how you know.
Fuck,
That's how you
yeah.
know you a real Mexican man, where no matter how fucked up you get, you
get up
still
to
go to work.
Your bread, like
Everybody,
street
like
stuff,
my dad, no matter
alcohol.
like
Dude,
my dad, no matter how
my
much my
dad's
dad
the
drank,
same.
never missed a day at work. This fool would get hammered, drink in the shower, whatever the case, never missed a day at work.
That's right.
So I mean, some people are like that. It's
You gotta
just,
do what you gotta do.
it's just it is what it is.
I can't say that completely, actually. I think my dad actually would call out of work when he's super fucked up. Like, when
No,
it's next
literally-
level, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to call out sick.
Literally, my dad, I don't think has ever missed a day because he was fucked up.
That's
Crazy
dope.
shit. That was a crazy story, man.
Hey, it can't be as bad as me throwing up all in the back of Chuck's fucking Toyota.
That shit sounded fucked. This fool threw up in the car. Ram
What?
threw up in my car one time. No,
Well, Well,
Yeah,
no,
you did.
I made it out. I made it out.
You threw up on the side.
Yeah, but outside.
Oh, I remember that shit. This shit was fucked. Yo, since we're talking about drunk stories,
man.
we got to talk about this shit. This shit was fucked. So, this is years ago.
Here's all the deets.
Check this shit out. This was back in the day. High school. This was like right
we're
after high
18.
school.
We're 18.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
just say that.
Yeah, it was
You
like
know?
right after high school, and we were kicking it with.
Yeah.
And this was this fuck story.
I don't even know if we should
Fuck
go
story.
into this one.
No, fuck
Damn.
yeah. So we decided at the time we couldn't really like go out and drink because we were underage, like under 21.
Right.
So we would hit up one of the homies that was older to buy us a pack of beer or whatever, or we go to like the liquor spots that we knew would sell to minors or whatever the fuck. Yeah, whatever. So we were in Oxnard, and
we'll get
Yeah,
that.
we'll
It was-
bleep it out.
yeah, we'll bleep some shit. Nah, we'll leave some of it. We didn't say no names.
Oh no, I'm saying like 18.
Nah, who gives a fuck?
We're over 21.
Well, now we are.
Yeah. We are now.
Yeah, now.
Oh,
But
no.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
it was me,
true,
you.
True.
It was me, you,
Yes.
and we were going out to drink. And so what we did was we picked up a 30-pack of
cold
beer.
as fuck. Keep in mind this day was cold as
It
fuck,
was kinda
right?
cold.
And they were like, "Hey, let's go to the beach." I was like, "Fuck."
Is that the freaking Chucks and G or whoever it is?
No.
Or
This
Los?
is another
No,
one.
no,
This is-
yeah.
So we got a lot of fucked up.
So in
drinking
my
stories.
head, right, we're like, "Fuck, we're going to the beach, bro. I'm gonna need some like, to drink just to fucking warm up." So that was my intention going.
Not a
into
hoodie,
it.
not a sweater, not a
Yeah,
jacket.
well, I mean, I wasn't prepared.
I'm gonna need some beach
I didn't see
balls.
some-
I
I didn't
was
see alcohol.
freezing in the back. They're like, "Hey, let's go down to the water." And we're like,
I
"Alright,
can
cool,
attest to that
whatever."
because these motherfuckers, when you're driving, windows down.
I love the windows
in
down.
Oh
the
yeah,
back,
I do that too,
I
bro.
love
freezing
feeling
my
the
ass
breeze.
off.
It just feels so good, especially when you've been
At
drinking
4
or
in the
whatever.
fucking morning when we don't pick up the
Shivering.
couches.
Well, when you're a little buzzed and you need a little fresh air,
Well,
Fuck,
not
are
that
you-
day.
Honestly, every time I hit fresh air, I get fucked up more.
Why is that though?
Yeah, I don't know. Temperature
Think that's a
change.
thing?
Yeah, for sure it
has to
is
be.
because I'm always I
Or-
get
or
fucked
we-
up.
But
Maybe
is it
we
because
say
you're,
it
like,
enough that it feels like a
like
thing?
you're like comfortable, and then like it just kind of like.
I mean,
throws
well, again,
you off,
it's
or-
different off everybody else because for me, if I drink a lot and I walk outside, oh, I'm done. I can because the day we were at
I'll feel it more.
the day we went to Santa Barbara, I was fine inside, but as soon as like Chuck's like, all right, let's take off because I was fucked up already. As soon as I walked outside, dude, everything just hit.
Yeah, sometimes it'll hit you like that, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I really don't know.
To it.
But so we went out to Silver Strand, to the beach, to Oxnard, right there, where all the rocks are and it's a bunch of sand and shit.
Cold, bro.
It was all right. I don't remember it
Cold
being
as
that cold, but
fuck.
whatever. So we had like a 30-pack.
They had jackets. They
We
were
had
all
like-
prepared.
We
They
had
were,
like a
decked
30-pack of
out.
Modelos, and you had a jacket. You were wearing a
don't
bomber
remember.
jacket. Yes, you were. I remember because I'm gonna get into it. But so
I lost.
we had like a 30-pack of
probably
beer
lost it.
and like a fifth of Jack. We were drinking Jack at the time. That's
750,
when I was still big on Jack Daniels. All I would drink was Tennessee whiskey, baby. That was my shit. So we had a bottle of that. We killed the bottle. I think realistically speaking, Ram and bottle. I think they went back to back for most of it because I really only had like
yeah,
a
yeah,
few
yeah.
beers.
So from what
I had a
remember,
few beers and then we left the rest of the pack because no one else wanted to drink anymore.
So it was me. I think we went down to like the
To like the little rocks, yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
like we're just like, oh fuck it, we'll go down to the rocks. So we go, and then we're like, dude, we got this whole bottle, and like at the time, like I wasn't like drinking like whiskey like that, right? So I wasn't like prepared, and then so we're going shot for shot, boom, 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 whatever, cool. Then I don't remember if we killed the bottle down there or up with you guys,
I'm not sure, but you guys killed it. I think
So-
I only had like a little shot of it.
right? Because
You guys
that
did the rest.
probably lasted like 15 minutes, like where we were like going
Yeah,
shot for
probably
shot.
pretty quick.
So we come back up, right? So from what I remember, so the last thing I remember, we come back up, and then you guys are like, "Oh, we still have beer," and we started throwing the fucking beers into the
Yeah.
ocean.
They didn't want to drink it.
Oh,
They
dude,
didn't want to drink the fucking beer.
A whole
So I was
pack,
like, no,
bro.
like chill. And these fuckers like, nah, fuck that. And they're
Yeah.
grabbing cans and just chucking them
For
into
no
the ocean.
fucking reason.
Yeah,
no
the
reason
whole pack or
whatsoever.
whatever.
Fuck it.
It's like you
Yeah.
buy it to drink.
Yeah.
No, let's throw it in the ocean.
Yeah, because they were already fucked
Fucking
up.
stupid.
So not even maybe like 10 minutes after
Yeah,
that
but
or
these
some
guys
shit.
are passing out beer.
What do you mean? Oh yeah,
You
that's
would-
another
yeah,
story
yeah.
though. Yeah.
But anyway,
but at least we were giving it away. We weren't just throwing it out in the fucking ocean.
you guys are
polluting
chucking
shit,
the
you know?
fucking. You guys are chucking it at their door.
We were throwing
like,
at people's houses, but they could have
yeah,
drank
just
it.
Busted, like wake up, like what the fuck is this?
Fucking window shattered.
Some shit like that.
At least I got a beer though. Budweiser.
And
Bud
Bud
Light.
Light,
Yeah.
some water.
Some
So
water.
anyway,
Yeah,
so
so
we're
anyway.
throwing these fucking beer cans, right? Boom, 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 and then I don't know what the fuck happened, but so they're like, oh, like were leaving or some shit, right? Were we leaving
No, we
after
weren't
that?
even we weren't even trying to leave like that. I think so. What happened? So what really happened was this, because I was still relatively sober. We stopped drinking. We were chilling. We were talking about shit, like regular life shit and everything we were kind of going through, and just like we always do, we get drunk and we talk about
Right.
life and shit, chopping it up. And I don't know where Ram starts getting real fucked up, like slurring, slumping, like his body is just giving out, and he starts throwing up. But then it starts getting like nasty and then weird. This fool's on all fours.
Hold on. Before that, I swear, dude, that day, like, I got a concussion. Because I was looking up, right, like an idiot. So you never do this, ladies and gentlemen. When you're drunk, don't look to the sky. Because,
You got vertigo or what?
Yeah, dude. I looked up. No, I looked up, and then, like, I'm like, I feel myself going
I looked
back,
up
right?
and automatically the thought in my
Just
mind, let me go on
collapse.
all fours.
Yeah.
You ever
No,
seen
no,
those
no,
movies where they just fall
before
back all
before
slow?
that. So it's just like I
Some
look up,
Inception bullshit.
I look up, right, and then I'm like seeing all the stars like going forward. I was like, oh shit, I'm going back. And so like I try to catch myself, and there's a little like rock, bro, because there's rocks all over
Yeah.
this beach, right? And so I fall, boom. Hardest fucking sand I've ever fell on in my life, bro. That shit felt like fucking concrete. I go like this, and like I had a brand new hat. That shit was
All his
done
clothes
after
was
that.
fucked. All his
And
clothes
then
was fucked.
after that, I think that's when like we started walking,
Yeah.
right?
So we were like, all right, this was
Tried
fucked
to
up.
walk.
Let's leave.
Tried to walk.
Let's leave. And so Ram's like, me carry him, and this was so fucked up. Like we can't handle his weight. He's collapsing every 2 seconds. I honestly,
I didn't think I was gonna.
to be
dude,
honest, I thought he was being dramatic.
No,
I really did. Because like
No,
like
no,
when
no.
you're fucked up, you get yourself get carried and you stumble walk. This fucker was like purposely
Dragging
stopping.
his shoes and
He
shit.
would stop and be like, hold on, and then would just collapse.
faded.
This
He
one
was
woke
just
up with holes
faded.
in his fucking shoe and the
would
toes
just,
and shit.
he would just
No,
lay
no,
down.
I'll tell you how I woke up.
Here's where it gets fucked.
Yeah,
He would just drop to the ground on all fours, right? In the sand
Mhm.
right here. He's throwing up into the sand, and then he's covering his own throw up with the sand like a cat.
right.
Like some litter shit or something. Like, dude, his hands are like caked on
with sand.
with
Nah,
throw
nah,
up and
not that
sand.
bad.
Yeah, it was because you were rubbing into your own throw up. You couldn't even see what you were doing. You were just mixing it, like thinking you were covering it. I don't know what the fuck.
maybe we should stop talking about.
And then
throw
you
up.
kept crawling through your own throw up sand and throwing up as you were like,
Just making a trail.
Hey,
throughout the
bro,
whole
you
day.
know
bro,
what I
you
felt
ever
like?
seen Human Centipede?
Yeah.
Where they like where that
No.
freaky motherfucker ties 3 people together and only one gets to eat and he shits and the second one eats their shit and, then the third one
Yeah,
eats
nah,
that
never
one
seen
shit.
that. Nah,
It looked
dude.
like some shit like
No,
that
you
when
know
he was
what I
just throwing
felt
it
like?
up.
You know
and
what I
he's like
felt
playing
like,
with
bro?
it.
You know what I
I'm
felt?
getting
I felt like
Oscars out of it.
I felt like a
Motherfucker.
fucking.
I'm trying not to either.
That shit was
Nah,
nasty, bro.
I
Like,
felt,
that
I
was
felt
some
like I
fuck
was in a
shit.
fucking movie, bro, like the Navy SEALs.
Oh,
type
it looked
shit.
like it, bro. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He was
yeah.
Navy SEAL and
Nah,
some
I was
shit.
like, dude, I gotta make the dude my head right because I was like
Swears.
telling myself, dude, and then I would look
And
up.
then reality hits. You're like, oh, no.
Yeah,
Nah,
no.
reality
I
is
would look
disgusting.
up, bro, and I was like, fuck, dude, the car was far as fuck. That's all I remember. Like we had to walk.
It wasn't that far.
It felt like
It
dude,
felt
I,
like
I
it- 'cause
looked
I
like 2
fucked
miles.
up.
Dude,
It was
I would
200
look.
200 feet.
I was like, fuck, I gotta keep crawling. Fuck it, whatever. So I keep crawling. I was like, oh damn, I gotta go down. And like, I don't know what it was, bro, but I just
Yakking,
couldn't
bro.
bring myself up to like
Yakking.
stand.
Fucked up too. Able to at least walk himself. So he walked to the car and he
Tall,
it,
like
fucked up.
motherfucker, you could, like withstand. I'm pretty sure he was drinking at the time too, though. No, like
I mean, we were all like regularly
whiskey-wise.
drinking. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
could handle. But you just went too hard, I guess. So then we take everybody home. Right, I'm driving.
left.
So we left. So we're dropping everybody off, and so we drop first. And on the way home,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's super fucked up, but they're knocked out. So I'm like, fuck it, we can make it. So I'm like hauling ass back to town, trying to make sure I get these fuckers home before they
Through
start
the
throwing
back
up in
roads,
the car.
all low key.
Through the back roads. Lived off Foothill off the back road, so that's why
Oh,
I
that's
went that
right.
way.
Yeah.
So I drop off, and he gets out the car. Like I pull up right next to his driveway. He gets out the car, and then he just stands next to his own car, leaning on it like this. I'm like, bro, go inside. Like I just want to make sure you get through the door, so I know you're good. He's like, yeah. Like no, go inside. Yeah. And just like out of thought, I'm
He's
like,
like, hey,
dude,
we're going.
I'm like, bro, get your ass inside. All right. Starts
Like
walking
a
to the
turtle.
door. So yeah, so he walks up to the door.
Have you guys seen that though?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
turtle,
they're
like,
fucking. Yeah. So as soon as I see him open the door, I'm like, all right, cool. So we dip. So we head out. We go to drop this fucker off, and like halfway around street, this was like, I gotta throw up. I got.
At
And,
least I
like,
was conscious. not
rolls
to
down
say
the
that.
window. No. I stopped the car. I open the door as he's throwing up, and there's like throw up on the side of the door. You know, like
Oh,
that
yeah,
panel
yeah,
right
all the
there and all
panel.
that. Just like, oh fuck. And this one finishes throwing up. I'm like, take whatever. Just get your ass in the fucking car. I close the door, all aggressive, and like we take off. I'm like, fucking, I'm
This is
Pissed.
back when you had your Sentra?
This I had a little scent, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love that
the
Sentra. I
blue
took
Sentra.
such good care of that shit. I remember one time I got mad as fuck at
I
Gio
cleaned that car the next day though.
half-assed,
At
yeah.
the gym.
But you did.
I was faded as fuck.
Yeah,
Hey, but
he
you
showed
know,
up all
at
hungover
least
with a wipey to wipe
hungover,
it
I
down,
was
just
like, hey,
spreading
dog,
it.
you know,
Like,
No, none of the carpet cleaner, just a
no,
wipey.
just spreading it. Like, dick, just get the fuck out of here. Like,
faded. I was still
this
like,
fool, for whatever reason, crawls into his house through the window.
Oh, yeah, you
covered
guys
in
saw
sand.
that? You guys saw
You
that?
told, yeah.
Oh,
You
man.
guys saw that?
Yeah, it's the window up right
No,
at the
no,
front door.
because they were like at the end of my driveway, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
so
and
you
honestly,
kind
I,
of see.
I've been to
Yeah.
your house is a window's a bitch to get into.
Yeah,
because
dude,
your
he
dress
crosses
is
it.
right in front of the
Imagine-
window.
Yeah.
Imagine
Crawling
faded,
through that fucked
right?
up.
So
He thinks he's all quiet, but his mom's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's
all
like,
loud.
Opens the door.
Yeah.
yeah, she's just like looking at me like
Like
what
this
the fuck's
fucking
he
guy.
doing?
Hey, she goes in the room
The
next
door
day.
was-
Sand
the door was
all over
open,
the,
like
sand
you have
all
a
over
key
the
to
door.
the door. It's like what the fuck? Nah, bro, I was on my.
I know. Why would you go through the window when you have a
I don't
door?
know.
I don't know.
He thought
dude,
he was
like,
being. He probably didn't want to get caught drunk or
I
something.
just
like
wanted to
he was
be
being
like a
slick.
Navy SEAL.
See, that's the thing,
that
though.
shit.
When we're drunk, we think we're doing smart shit. Now we're fucking dumbasses.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
And
no.
he's
So
fucking up.
anyway, I wake up right, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, like I look up, I was like, oh fuck, all right, cool, like I'm still here, right, like waking up, conscious, and so I look, bro, my bed is fucking littered with sand, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, dude, lost my hat that day. Like, it was a brand new, I think it was a Bay hat at the time, and I was like looking everywhere, dude, gone, never to be seen again, right? And then so now I gotta clean up all this fucking sand from my bed, dude.
You're acting like it's a hard thing to do. Like all I gotta do is just get all the sheets and
Nah,
like,
you never get
I,
all of
I
it,
was
though.
still trying to be
Sand-
low key.
sand is
Like
one
I
of
didn't
those
want my
things you
mom
never
to
get all
know,
of it,
right? Like
yeah.
I was just like trying to be low key. I was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Get the vacuum and then like close the door, put the music on all loud as shit, just vacuuming the fucking bed. Like, dude, it was so crazy. It was cool. I mean, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. You know, it
I
was
mean,
like
shit.
a memory.
Dave's like,
I mean, that shit was kind of fucked, but yeah, I mean, why not? If you don't want to trade it,
That
you
shit
know?
was cool.
It was an
shit was cool.
experience. But yeah, that's some crazy
Fucking
shit. Man.
I think there was another time where we went to it was Santa Barbara, and Christian, remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Damn, why?
How
Why
did
is
that
it?
start? I don't even
Why
remember.
is it? Why is it that I'm in all of these fucking?
I don't
stories?
even remember how,
And I'm
like-
never the one that gets trashed. I'm
Yeah,
never
yeah,
the one that gets
that's
trashed.
true.
I think I've only ever thrown up like a couple times, but I'm the guy that throws up and keeps drinking. Like I just never.
nah, I can't do that. Once I throw up, I'm done.
Nah, I'm in for the long haul,
Fucking,
baby. We
well,
drinking, we
how,
drinking.
how did that day start? Where did we start off? Because weren't we in Ventura?
Were you with us?
Nah, I didn't go with you guys. That time I didn't go. You guys told me about it, but I
we,
didn't end up
we
going.
picked up on the hill.
We were at Barrel House.
Was that how it
Was it
started?
Barrel House?
Can't
Nah,
remember.
we were turning up. We were drinking somewhere, and Christian was going in ham. That's when Christian said that he could do 10 shots in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That's
Right,
what it was.
right,
That's
right.
what it was.
Oh, fuck.
So we were at Barrel House. We were
Yeah,
at Barrel
yeah.
House.
Why would you
and-
want to do that?
And Christian,
He's just
So-
like he's always had the thing. Where he's like, oh, there was another story,
Like the
right?
you keep going on so many tangents.
Yeah, I know. But anyway,
We
no,
have a lot
he's
of
always-
drinking
he's
stories.
always had
We have a
this
lot of
thing.
drinking stories.
He's always had.
Here's the origin of that. So
Mhm.
one time we went out to In-N-Out with me, Christian, and I don't remember who else. It was after the gym at Nautilus, and saying that he could drink, that he could handle his liquor, drink for shit. And they were just talking shit about who could drink more and this and that. So then Christian called him out and said, "Oh, I could drink 10 shots in
Mhm.
10 minutes, and you can't." Some bullshit like that, whatever the case. So we left it at that. And then one fuck that, like I could do it, this and that. So then we were at the gym, and I'm an instigator, so I was like, bet, let's see if it's really
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. I'm 100%
This was
instigator,
always
bro.
doing that
I'm
shit.
always an
He's like,
instigator.
oh no,
well,
bet.
well, if you're gonna
let's
say it, if you're gonna say some shit, you better be ready to back it up.
right, and then
So I left the
we
gym
drove down to
mid-workout.
Rite Aid, right?
I left the gym mid workout, went to Rite Aid, came back, and I
Well, we
brought
all went.
I brought a.
From
Were
what I
you were you
remember.
there at the gym?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah. I was there, dude. He put it in a water
Oh, okay.
bottle.
Yeah,
He put
yeah,
it in a
you were
water
there.
bottle.
Yeah. Okay.
Jameson.
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
was,
Oh, you
right?
were because you were at In-N-Out with us because I had the
Yeah,
Snapchat.
yeah.
Yeah, so we
Exactly.
so
Yeah,
so I was like,
yeah.
so I'm gonna do it. Fuck yeah, la da da da. So I was like, all right, cool.
I'm actually glad I didn't keep with you guys for a while.
All right, bet. So I go
Bad
to Rite Aid
influences,
real
good
quick,
friends.
pick up a bottle of Jameson, a little fifth, and bring it back. And I'm like, hey, this has like X amount of fucking ounces.
It wasn't. Wasn't it like one like
Nah,
that?
it was a little smaller. A little smaller than this one because this is like a regular 750 milliliter one. Yeah, so it's maybe a little bit smaller.
It was the size of probably the bottle, like water bottle.
I think it was like the 500 milliliter or some shit. Yeah, because it was a water bottle
How many
full
shots?
and
is
a little
that?
bit more. It was like 8 or 9,
roughly, right?
and he killed
'Cause
it.
he calculated.
But here's the crazy
after.
part: he killed it in under a minute.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
motherfucker tried to prove a point. So
Well,
he was
he had poured it in the bottle from what I
yeah,
read,
because
right?
he was
counted the thing.
so
yeah,
yeah.
so,
So
he
check,
does this, right? He
so
just
check-
goes here. He's like this. He's like, yeah, I could do this, and he's just like crushing. And you know how you crush a water
yeah,
bottle?
like
And
he just fucking took
dude.
it. So here's
Instant.
he
Almost.
was, which keep in mind it's Nautilus, which is like we could drink at Nautilus.
Yeah.
Like it's our fucking second home. Shout out to Sam. But
Mhm.
he was too concerned people seeing him drink, so he wanted to put it in a water bottle for some reason. So it filled up the whole water bottle, and there was a little left. So he killed the what was in the JMO bottle, and then he chugged a water bottle full of Jameson in under a minute. Like I was timing him. I was like, "Hey, you got 10 minutes. Pace yourself." This motherfucker just went.
You got 10 seconds.
This fool pounded it, and I was like, "Yo, you right, man? Like you that dude, man. Shout out to you, man.
You can
Props.
drink it, but you're fucked after
dude.
that.
Not even 5 minutes later, all fucked up. So I was like,
They were
dude,
like In and Out.
I was like-
someone said In and Out.
I did because I was like, no, we gotta get him some food. He's gonna get fucked. And I was like, let's go. Like, if you want to throw up now, throw. He said, no, I'm good. He's like, let's go eat. I was like, all right, cool. We go to In and Out. This fool's fucked up at In and Out. He's like, like he's
Yeah, he was like
food
trying to
all
explain
sloppy
it and
and
shit.
messy. Yeah,
dude, everybody's like walking in and out, right? And this guy's, hey, do I
he's
look drunk?
loud and
Do I
fucked
look
up.
drunk? And it's
Yeah.
like, meanwhile, he's like mad.
He's
burger
basically
pieces.
screaming
I
it
was
out
like,
to everybody.
Yeah, dude,
"Nah,
he was
bro,
fucked
you're
up.
Good,
You're
bro.
good. Just
You look-
relax.
Yeah, you look good. And his shirt's all like ketchup. I was
Yeah.
like, no.
So and then we get back, and on the way back,
Oh,
he's more
dude.
fucked up. Like he's not sobering up. We ate, and he's not sobering up. He just keeps getting more and more drunk, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was
like-
just gone. Like, there's no coming back.
I was like,
from
this
that.
was just getting fucked up. And so we get back, we park by the gym again, and then whatever the case, we're like, fuck, we can't leave him like this. Obviously, he can't drive. Like, we'll take him home and we'll take his car. So we took his car, we dropped it off at his house, we dropped him off, made sure he went inside. All right, cool, good night. Like, be safe, bro. All right. Next day, I talked to and I'm like, dude, what happened? Like,
No, but his dad was there when we dropped him off.
well, they were all home, so check this shit out. So I talked like, yo, dude, what happened? Like, you know, like, are you good? Like, he's like, nah, yeah, I'm good. Like, it was cool, nothing, you know, nothing crazy,
Fuck
whatever.
no, his dad was-
So-
He probably had a mad lecture. Jake.
So
Yeah.
so I find out a week later that this motherfucker went home, right? Because it was still early. Like the gym
Yeah,
closed
yeah.
at 9, so it was like 8 or 9 we got back from In-N-Out. They prayed together.
Oh.
This motherfucker was so fucked up. He started saying shit
prayed
during the
that
family
night?
prayer. He's like, I got the prayer. I don't know what he
Oh,
said.
no.
I don't know what he
I
said
didn't-
to it because he was fucked up. He was just talking out of his
Dude.
ass. So
Meanwhile, like full of like burgers
so
and everything.
yeah, I guess his mom or dad or parents or whatever made him like take a cold shower because he was so fucked up, and like they made him drink milk, or you know how Mexicans drink
Oh,
milk or some fucked up
fuck.
shit because he was hammered. He's like, yeah, my parents don't really want me hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
I was
dude.
like, I mean,
felt
I get
so
it.
bad. Like,
Yeah, I
'cause I
felt
think
bad.
we had gone to his house like not even like 2 months after that, maybe.
Yeah, we did the barbecue
I
at his
felt
house.
so
It was
bad
awkward.
looking at his dad, like you
Yeah.
know, like just I was
His-
kind of like embarrassed because I don't know if he saw us, but he kind of like knew. Like,
I think
oh,
he
this is the
knew,
guys,
and I think his dad. Well, his dad had a beer with us. His dad was cool. His dad had a beer
yeah,
with
yeah.
us.
But I just like going
But I
into
think,
it, I was
yeah,
like,
I think
fuck.
part of him was probably like, fuck, this fool got fucked up.
And these are the motherfuckers that did it.
Yeah, hey, but don't.
It's like, don't blame that on you guys. Like, he
Yeah.
did that shit himself.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I always look at it like that. You can't blame nobody else the fact that you got drunk. You wanted
Yeah.
to drink. You chose to drink. You know. But it was a fucking hell of a story, dude. It was
That
funny.
shit was dope.
But motherfuckers just be talking shit. So then when we went to SB, that's when Christian was like, "Oh, I could do that shit too," because I showed him the video of Justin just pounding it, and so he just started taking 10 shots back to back.
Mhm.
And then we were gonna go turn up in Santa Barbara, and by the time we got to Santa Barbara, this motherfucker was passed out in the back of the car, and he was like throwing up on the street or some shit.
Hey, honestly, peer
He
pressure's a
didn't-
bitch, dude. People
he
that
didn't
really
even
can't
get
handle
down.
it.
If you can't,
He fell asleep in the car, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Damn."
if you can't drink, just don't say you can drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't be the guy that's like, oh, yeah, I'll go shot for shot with you. Or, yeah, let's get
And then
fucked."
knowing Dave over here, like, you can't do it. You can't fucking do
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I'm going to
It's like,
instigate
no, you
it.
can't
I'm
do
going to
it. You can't
instigate
do
it.
it.
It's like,
And
all
then
you
you're
guys
gonna get fucked
don't
up.
give it a fucking peer pressure, man.
Yeah,
It's not
man.
worth it.
Well,
Or
there's some
or
times
even
where
if there's
you-
no peer pressure, don't be the guy that's like,
Yeah.
oh, I could drink. Like
Yeah.
we went to Barrel House
Yeah.
with Gio and his girl and Chucks and his girl and this
I
one.
fucked up that one.
And then
fine.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna do like I ordered a drink for me. I was like, let me get a Jameson shot or a Jameson ginger or some shit like that.
I was just drinking tequila at that point.
and then he was like, oh, Jameson, yeah, I'll do one too. Let's just do shots. Everybody buys a round. I was like, all right. So then he got a round, I got a round, Chucks got a round, Gio got a round. By the end of all the rounds, that's when he was all fucked up. That was the same
No,
night that he
actually, no.
masturbated or molested.
Masturbated.
he molested.
Wait a minute.
that he molested.
Pause.
That's the same night he molested Gio.
Oh,
Hey,
you
no,
know,
oh,
back up
hey, the
that
thing
shit?
was-
Yeah, that's the night.
Oh,
Hey, the
makes
thing was,
sense.
but when we
Makes
took
sense.
when we took off from Bear House, I was buzzed.
Yeah,
I
we
wasn't
good
fucked
one,
up,
but
I was
he
buzzed.
wasn't fucked up. Like
No,
that.
but as soon as we go back to my pad,
Then you guys kept drinking.
yeah, because then we
Yeah.
what did we buy at Jonesy's? We bought
we bought a couple bottles. I think we had some beer. I think we bought.
Yeah,
I think
somebody-
we bought another
somebody
bottle of
bought
Jameson.
Jaeger.
or
Somebody bought Jaeger.
Oh, Jaeger. Some we had. We just
yeah.
had fucking.
But I
shit.
drank the Jaeger, and after that, I was fucked up.
Yeah, we had.
Terrible. Like the first time I had a Jaeger bomb, I think it was like 20 with these food or no, not even, no, Dave didn't go with it. It was Justin, Alexander, Steph. We all went to
Yeah.
Pirates,
I'm not a big fan of Jaeger bombs.
and you guys are like, "Hey, have a Jaeger bomb?" I'm like, "I don't know what that is, but all right, cool." 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, "Oh, not bad." They 5, 6 later.
Get all fucked
I was
up.
fucking hammered. I'm like, and then the Red Bulls, so I was up at the same time. So I'm like, what the fuck was in that?
His
It's, like,
heart-
it's,
his
red,
heart's
it's Red Bull. And
beating out
no,
of his
the
fucking
next
chest.
day I ended up going to the hospital. It was like, dude, my heart was racing so fast the next day.
Oh man, that's awful.
They gave me something like to calm me down. 'cause I
Right.
was-
I'm
Right-
not surprised.
Ryan's
They
Ryan that
probably
guy,
know
though.
you at the hospital. Like, oh,
why
fuck,
is,
here
why
we
is
go
Ryan
again.
that guy that for everything?
Yeah,
he's just
yeah.
hospital. He's like, yeah, I'm really high right now. Like, you know the people that call 911 where they think I think I'm dying and they're just high. Ryan's that guy that goes. to the
Hey, I've
hospital
been
with
that high
shit.
before, but I didn't go to the fucking
Ryan's the
hospital.
type.
They're
bro.
just like, oh fuck, here they have it on the schedule already listed. Ryan's gonna come in a month. With this
He usually comes in around noon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll give him an
Right.
Advil, send him on.
They
his
got
way.
a room reserved already for me.
Yeah, they already got your little suite and everything. Just bill you on a monthly
How many
basis.
how many injuries have you had, like in general,
absurd
like,
amount.
total?
All together?
Yeah, yeah.
Like serious injuries or just injuries in general?
Well, no, like rotator cuff type shit, sport injuries.
Honestly, the only injuries I've had is my hip and shoulder. It's all I've had.
didn't you get screws?
In my hip, yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, but that was back in like what 20. Well, this is my senior year, dude. I was running down first base. I hit it and instantly collapsed because my hip couldn't take the pressure anymore.
Who has weak ass hips?
Serio.
That's like-
Pause.
No, it was like when I went to the doctor, he was like, "Yeah, you're about a week or a month and a half, like from anything in that time span from breaking it." All I had
Oh,
to
so
do
it
was
was like fractured or something?
it was a tumor. So the tumor was eating away at my bone.
Oh shit!
So it was
You know about that?
Nah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't ever ask a man about his hips. I don't know you do, but I
We're
don't.
in baseball, so like I
So
knew
you're
that he had,
also
like,
so
screws.
baseball players ask about hips. I mean, if that's the thing.
Anyways,
no. Okay, so anything. What happened was, I was running and then went to the doctor, and they did an X-ray and all this shit. As soon as I got the X-ray, the doctor said, "All right, now go to see the specialist." So specialist, MRI came back, saw the doctor. You going to UCLA? All this happened.
hella expensive.
Yeah, all this happened in like a
Fuck.
good week
a
span.
fucking 2 mil.
All I heard
off the
was
rip.
see the specialist, and I thought 50,000 easily.
No, dude, I'll tell you what my surgeries were at the end.
Oh, fucked up.
But that within that day, so I got seen on Monday for an X-ray.
Mhm.
Friday, I was getting prepared for surgery. Like so, in a week span, I got prepared for surgery at UCLA. I went in there. The doctor took all the tumor out of my hip. Thankfully, it wasn't fucking cancerous. Dude, I was shitting bricks the whole time. My first surgery,
I mean, I
the
would-
first
yeah,
main
shit,
surgery I
I
ever
can
had.
imagine. Tumor's scary.
And when I came out, dude, that was probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. When they immediately try to get you out of the bed to walk
Damn.
down the hallway, dude, I swear to God, I was crying the most I think I've ever cried in my life.
Are you an ugly crier?
Pussy.
Are you an ugly crier?
Nah.
Don't lie.
Nah,
You
nah.
one of those?
Nah.
Like a heavy.
No.
You know, like your face is drooping like right.
Like the Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, yeah. Like you're a
Like Kim
motherfucker.
Kardashian.
You're a fuck.
Bro, everybody in the hospital is like,
Oh.
why are you crying? You didn't even go like 2 feet.
Yeah, this is all fucked up.
I didn't even get out of the bed. I'll say that. I didn't even get out of the bed.
They just try to lift him. He's like, no, stop.
Honestly, it was fucking that bad. They tried getting me to move my leg. No, it was not happening that day.
Fuck.
The next day, they got me on like a walker, and
Could you still move your dick though?
This
I
motherfucker.
was on too much
You-
morphine, dude.
you know?
I was on too much morphine. I couldn't feel shit.
Oh, fuck.
You can move it forward.
No, well, I'm just saying he could have called Gio or something.
Dude, that's the thing. After that, I was addicted to morphine for a good like month.
Damn.
I thought he was gonna say like something like 6 months or a year. Oh, good month. I think that's as long as the subscription, the fucking prescription was
One
for.
pill bottle?
Yeah.
No, well, in the hospital,
It's so swears, bro.
no, in the hospital they give you that little
Oh,
button,
no.
the morphine button, and then
Oh,
on top of
you
that, they
guys-
come the
They
nurses,
come and give you more.
the nurses come in and we'll give you another shot.
Oh shit,
Really?
bitch, I'm fucked up. Like I'm getting the
Like,
bite all
No,
crazy.
dude, my mom was like,
The button
I was over here
stuck.
hitting the fucking button like every fucking 2 minutes, just like.
Get me
But
all fucked
dude,
up.
during that time when I was hitting the button, like, because it's a 10-minute span, like you only hit it every 10 minutes.
I'll
So
be
you had it
having a
all
timer.
calculated out.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is at
All
9:59.
No, when I was doing that, I hit it. So the nurse came in, gave me another one, and then they switched shifts.
Oh, so you was double dipping.
Yeah. So
Oh,
when they left, I hit it again at 10 minutes, and then the next nurse came in and gave me another shot, dude. By the time I
I was
was
like this motherfucker.
they came, by the time the doctor
Gave
came
the
in like
whole
at
shit.
midnight, dude, my eyes are fucking rolling in the back
It was
of my
all
head.
fucked up.
I-
Sounds kind of lit.
That sounds like a
Honestly, I
little
didn't feel.
morphine.
Honestly, it's probably the fucking best feeling I ever had in my life.
I'm about to smoke a joint.
yeah, after that one shit.
Nah, dude, but that fucking whole recovery process was a pain in the ass. It was 6 months on crutches, and then no, not even 6. It was 8 months on crutches because it was fucking like 25% bearing for the last 2, and then I was able to walk and then go back to surgery again the next year.
That's it.
Dude, just think, it's like basically a year on crutches.
Yeah, fuck that. When I fucked up my ankle and I was on crutches for like six months or so, that shit was horrible. And it was only
That
6
during
months. and
Basketball,
I
right?
hated
when that
it.
happened?
Yeah, I tore my. So I was on some like crazy
To your Achilles? Or what?
2K shit, right? Where I was like,
Ah,
it was a fast
swear.
break, fast break.
swear.
There's
the
easy ass
NBA
layup,
player.
no one around him.
Nah,
and
it
shit.
was
He's like,
fast break. I hit the
Mr.
in and out on
Tryhard.
one. I win a
no
euro.
one around.
I
no
win a
one
euro
around.
split, two defenders.
What's a
like,
Euro split?
So like a euro step is when you like you take a
like
wide step
jab,
out.
jab
It's like almost like
into-
you're faking the direction and then you
Okay.
come back
Yeah.
out of your 2 steps. So I went to take a euro step and I faked out and there was 2 defenders and I went to slip in and kind of bring the ball over and one of the dudes stuck his foot out and so I stepped on it on the edge of his
Like
shoe.
on purpose or?
Well, yeah, tried to stop me or trip me or
Gotcha,
whatever the
gotcha.
case. Stuck his foot out and I stepped on it sideways and my ankle just rolled.
Ooh.
And I heard a pop, and so I fell to the ground, and I thought I broke it, and I tried to get up, and I couldn't stand on it, and they came to pick me up, and I was like, I think I broke it, but can I shoot my free throw?
On some Kobe shit.
No, I really wanted to.
On some Kobe type shit.
All I was thinking was I want my
Rest in peace.
free throw. All I was
Rest in peace,
thinking was
Kobe, for
R.I.P.
sure.
man. All I was thinking was I want my free throw, and I didn't get to shoot it. And I went back to the bench, and I'm thinking like, damn, I think I broke it. And then I started moving it, and I was like, nah, I'm all right. Like it's just, right away that motherfucker started swelling, like it just started getting big. And
So was it
apparently no one on my team was intelligent enough to say, hey, like tie it tighter. It was like take off his shoe.
No, you're
Take
not,
off
that's
his
one
sock.
thing you're not supposed
Yeah.
to do.
So that shit looked like your head, bro. That shit was fat.
Elephantitis?
That shit was fat as
Look
fuck.
like you had elephantitis. on
Fat
your
as
foot.
fuck. So they carried me out. I got home. I was like limping into my house because I couldn't walk on it.
Your parents are, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, mom was like, "What the fuck?" And I get on the couch. I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta go to the doctor. Like this shit's fucked." And it's like all fucking swollen. So I go to the doctor, and even the doctor was like, "What the fuck?" Like that's the first thing that came out of her mouth. Like she mouthed it. She's like, "Oh shit!" And I looked at her like, "Bitch." Like,
Is it that bad?
I was
Looking for some like
Yeah, I was like-
reassurance
yeah,
or
I
some
was
shit.
like-
She's like, oh,
like,
Hey,
fuck.
you're gonna be
Hey,
okay. You're what,
fucked.
17 years old?
Bro, I was fucking 17 in high school, and this bitch said, "Oh
She's
shit!" under her breath. I was like, "Bitch, you're a professional. Like, you need to comfort me. Like, what
You're
the
like,
hell?"
oh shit.
Yeah,
all
I was
right.
like, "What the
I
fuck's
think
going
I'm
on?"
gonna go home. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
so she's like, "Let me find out what we do with
So
this."
my
I
bad.
was like,
What?
"What?"
Yeah.
So she left, and she's like,
That's
"Yeah."
fucked.
She's like, "Yeah, we're gonna splint it." I was like, "All right, cool. What is that?" And she's like, "We're gonna put a piece of wood out on the outside and just wrap it to keep it straight."
So what they do in Mex?
I was like, "So what does that do for all the inflammation?" And she's like,
Nothing.
I'm
Don't
gonna give
know.
like nothing, but I'm gonna give you some pills for that, and then you're gonna keep it like that for today, and then tomorrow come back, we'll take X-rays, this and that. All right, cool, whatever. Splints it. Do that night. She wrapped it all the way up to my knee. I have pictures of all this shit, and so she's like, "Don't take it off." And I was all sweaty still from the game and shit, so I wanted to take a shower. So I'm already thinking in my head, I'm gonna be in a cast, I'm gonna be fucked. So let me start practicing showering with the trash bag on my leg, basically. So I get in the shower with the trash bag.
Tape that bitch to your leg.
Yeah, and it was the worst experience of my life. Like to the people that actually shower like that for injuries, like shout out to you because that shit is fucked. Like
Never done
I
that.
could feel the humidity and the heat of the shower steam
You're sweating
Like a
underneath it
sauna.
already.
in the fucking thing, and it feels disgusting. Like it just feels nasty, and you're like trying to like clean yourself, and you're like trying not to
Just
get it in
going
there
around it.
and going around it.
Hey,
and
at
you-
least you had the luxury of actually showering. Dude, when I had surgery, I wasn't able to shower for like 3 months.
yeah, but you were just in a hospital, right?
No. I was in the hospital for a week.
Oh, then you were just home smelling like shit.
They would give me
Fuck that! I would have took a shower.
basically, yeah.
bro, they told me not
Throw
to,
me-
but I
throw
took
me
one
the
anyway.
acid bath.
Yeah,
Fuck
I took-
this.
took
No, the
one
thing
anyway.
was for my surgery. Well,
Doctor's orders. I'm not gonna shower.
no, because obviously I have it upstairs. my
Oh,
bedroom's
man.
upstairs.
Ah, okay.
So we brought the whole like fucking bed and shit to the
Dude, I
house.
would have took a prison bath, a little fucking bird bath.
Get like
No,
a
no,
little-
they gave me those
get a
little
pool
wipes,
outside, or
little
what?
kiddie
those
pool.
little cloth wipes.
Okay, this will wipe beat himself down every day.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Dude,
This
like,
one
what-
had a 6-month supply to
No.
Costco for the fucking baby wipes.
Dude, no, it wasn't even baby wipes. It's like those big ass foam like
Oh.
shower pads, and I'm like,
And
all
that's
right,
what
so
it was?
get in there, like you had to just scrub them. Like, dude, it felt disgusting. Like,
Bro, this fool pulled his dick to the left, wiped between, and it was like brown. It looked like a shit stain, but it was off the
Oh,
front, bro.
no.
Like just fucking dirt.
We're gonna take a pause on that one.
Grimy.
Sure.
All right, so here's a good thing that people are gonna want to know. This is something that we can actually talk about. What can people expect from No Neighbors, from the pod? What can they expect from us? That they come to the show. What can they expect to see on a regular, consistent basis?
It's a good one. Definitely always like good energy. It's never gonna be a dull moment. I don't think.
Okay.
it's always gonna be laughs. It's always gonna have
Yeah,
something to do. We're
exactly.
always we're here just talking to each other, talking to you guys, having a good time. Period.
We are gonna have some guests on the show.
Oh, and then we got the phone line too.
We got
Don't forget the
we
phone
got
line,
the
baby.
Phone line, so motherfuckers want to call in. We got the phone line. I'm excited because we are gonna have Sam on the show. And for
Oh, yeah.
those of you
When
that
is
don't
he coming
know, those of you that don't know, Sam is the owner of Nautilus in Santa Paula. It's the gym that we
we
go
all
to.
go to.
Well,
OG.
Ram used to go
we
to
go
when
to
he used
this.
to work
Yeah, you used
out.
to go to.
Yeah.
So
We're
Sam,
less all
Sam
the
is
time.
the owner of the gym that we work out at. Sam's a really cool weirdo, which I like weirdos. So,
We're
we're
all
still,
kinda
Which is
off.
probably why we
Yeah,
all get
we're all-
along so
we're
well.
all-
All
so
kinda off.
what's really cool about Sam is that Sam has forever been single in some sort of form or another. He's your typical old school like ladies man. Like I was a player my whole life, has no kids, not married. He's like 70 now, and all he has is a bunch of crazy stories of all the shit he used to
Certified
do.
Playboy.
Certified Playboy for sure, 100%. Sam definitely is that guy that like has the funniest, craziest stories. Like Mr. went to Woodstock and did all the drugs you could think of.
Oh, that's right.
Fucked all the crazy women. Yup.
That's right.
The threesomes of this or that. Like he has some crazy stories, and I don't want to butcher any of them. I'd much rather have him share
have
them.
him
But
here to share
it's gonna be
himself.
a good time, and I want to have him on here sooner than later. If not by the next episode, the episode after that. But we're definitely gonna have him on here pretty soon. He's a really cool, funny guy. Definitely someone you wanna.
Honestly,
talk
that
to
whole
or
pod is gonna be
close to.
full of.
It's gonna be
laughter,
funny, man.
It's
It
Oh,
might be
man,
it might be an
dude.
extra long one
I
because
would never.
he can talk.
yeah. Don't
That
grab
guy-
my.
Yeah, we
don't
would
that
grab
guy
never
my-
can
finish.
talk. So it'll be a good time. It'll be fun for sure. That's something I'm looking forward to.
He's got a
Um,
gift for us too, actually.
Yeah, human skull. And I'll let him tell
A
the story
real one.
how he got it and why he has it, but he has a real human skull. So that'll be a interesting story too.
It's not illegal, right? I don't think.
No, I mean you have cadavers. Shit like
I mean,
that.
it's
I
illegal.
mean, we don't have a whole
but
body.
I
like-
mean, how he got it might be illegal.
Yeah.
He didn't kill nobody to get it, but
Can we know?
well, no shit.
but he got
Obviously.
it.
That we know of.
That we know. But I think it's gonna be a good time. I think it's gonna be cool. I'm excited. Maybe we'll have some other people. Maybe we'll get Chucks on the show if he's open to it.
Hopefully.
Even if he's not on camera, maybe we'll just have him in the background and he could talk with us. But
Oh, we just
I
get him
think-
on the phone, regardless of.
yeah, but I think it'll be a good time. It'll be fun. I don't know as far as like what I think this is gonna be or what we can bring to it. I think it's just gonna be, it's not gonna be your one directional, your one set kind of topic show. It isn't gonna be like, hey, this is the investment podcast. Hey, this is the fucking. I look for example, all this fucking art on the wall. We do not hunt. We are not white. All respect to the people that like to do that shit. But I've never seen a buffalo in my life, in real life, and we have them on our walls.
For now.
because,
now.
Because we went to Ross. I went to Ross, and I found them shits for $20, and that's why they're on the walls, because we needed some art.
in the rain.
Yeah, in the
So,
way, that's why it's a little,
Can't
yeah.
tell on the
But-
camera, but,
but,
we'll add some texture to it.
That's where all that shit comes from. But this is not a nature show. We are not nature boys. I do enjoy a walk outside every now and then, but
right.
and that's as far as it goes.
I've been to
As far as
I've been
it-
to Steckle Park.
I've been to Steckle Park a couple times. Arroyo Verde, you know, Arroyo Verde.
Arroyo.
See, that's the thing. Like, I actually enjoy like being like camping outside and all that shit.
You
I like the
swear.
outdoors.
You stay in
I like
RV.
the outdoors. Huh?
You stay in an RV.
I don't.
You stay ass to grass, like whole lot
No,
of.
I have
like
a
a
tent and
tent?
shit. Yeah.
Ugh, I would never.
I like the outdoors. I
you-
like hiking. I like
you shit in
the
the hole.
Nah, fuck that.
So you go and use the public restrooms they have at the
Yeah.
hotel.
Ah,
Yeah, so you ain't really
sellout.
camping.
He's a
I've
sellout.
I've had to do that. I've
Until
had
you
to do
wipe
that.
your ass with a stone, I don't
Nah.
want to hear it.
No, I've had like shit in the woods with fucking toilet paper, obviously.
Oh,
but
okay, okay.
I'm not gonna fucking go out there use a rock.
Nah, use a rock,
Use
use
a
some
leaf.
leaves,
Use a
yeah.
leaf, burying.
Well, yeah, when you do some real shit like that, then you use a
Yeah,
nature
Barry
boy.
knows.
Yeah, some shit
That's-
like that. Then we'll see.
Yeah, that's a story for another day.
But so yeah, I think this will be something that'll it'll be interesting, it'll be funny, it'll be a lot of old stories, a lot of experiences, a lot of relating to new events. It's like chopping it up with the guys, having a drink and just talking about life. Like it's gonna be really cool in that aspect. It's never gonna be too focused in one realm or topic or category. It's just whatever we're going through in life and we're choosing to share it with you. Like we wanted to come into this and say, hey, look, let's take an approach that is genuine, that is real. Let's keep it honest. It's not scripted. There is no real preparation that goes into this. It's like, hey, let's talk about this stuff that's going on or that stuff, but there is no pre-scripting here. And some days we're going to come in here and we're going to talk about some really hard shit, some really serious and difficult topics to discuss. We're going to talk about some things that we may each be going through in our personal lives, in our love lives, in our families, or whatever the case. And sometimes it's just going to be shooting the shit, talking smack, cracking jokes, old stories about being drunk like earlier, or women that we used to sleep with or see, or mistakes that we've made. But it's always going to be something that feels real, that's genuine, and that's just going to be a good time. That for me, I think is what's going to be dope about this.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
Hey, shout out to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're putting this shit through
When this shit
How
through,
long, how
man,
long did it
shout
take
out.
us? Actual?
like 3 weeks.
But it was weekends, though.
Yeah, it was really just
Yeah.
on a weekend shit. Like
So it was like
we,
a handful.
we
five
got the
days,
whole
a week-
the whole
a week in
studio was set
general.
up in one weekend. We went, we got everything we needed, insulation, drywall, paint, everything, and built this shit in a weekend. And a few days after that to
Yeah.
paint and stuff, and then went went get couches at 4 a.m. because there was a 50% sale.
Yeah.
And you know we had to hit that shit because motherfuckers was trying to save some money.
Hey,
so we did that.
we were the first ones
First
there.
ones
first ones in line.
No, they didn't even want to get off the truck. It was
Yup.
me and Chucks,
Yup.
right? And then
And then
Nah,
I
you,
show-
but you
guys
only got off because you're on patient. So
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
get the
true,
story.
true,
So okay,
true.
so these couches that we're sitting on, we had already eyed and we were gonna buy right before Christmas, and then for whatever reason it started raining, and we decided okay, let's hold off because they're gonna get soaked on the back of the truck. We don't have to cover them with tarps or this or that. So Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or whenever, Bulldog Liquidators, shout out to them and Cam. They had a 50% off sale for the end of the year, and so it was like, oh, perfect, we have to hit that shit on the 26th, right after Christmas. And for whatever reason, they're opening from 6 a.m. to whatever time. And being that it's a 50% off deal and that everybody goes to that fucking store
we
for
knew
discounts.
everybody was.
We
gonna
knew it was
line
gonna
up
be
for
packed.
that.
So we decided to meet up at like 4 in the morning.
I didn't think it was gonna be that packed though, to be honest.
I didn't
I
expect.
really didn't
I didn't
either.
expect to
I
like
like
that.
because we were
I
there
didn't
for like
think-
2 hours.
Yeah.
I didn't think people cared that much about furniture
Yeah,
and like
so
random
like
shit.
when we were talking or whatever, and then like I look back, it's like the fucking lines.
Yeah.
Dude, no,
way
it wrapped
down
around the
fucking
damn
street.
building.
Oh yeah, that shit was crazy. No, when we got there and there was a few cars scattered, and we got there at like 4:40 because we left town at like 4:20.
Yeah.
We pull up at like 4:40, and there's a few cars like parked out front, and we're like, okay, whatever. Like it looks fucking dead. And in my mind, I didn't say it out loud, but I'm thinking, dude, we played ourselves. Like we could be sleeping in right now, and we came here at 4:40 in the fucking morning. Not even a little cafecito or breakfast or
Yeah,
nothing.
Straight bone dry.
Right, yep. So we
Bone
show
dry.
up, and of course, fucking Ram is impatient as fuck, gets out the truck right away. Chucks follows him. So me
Hey,
and Ryan
but-
are sitting there
But
thinking, like,
luckily, these motherfuckers were getting out of the car.
yeah,
though.
so they get out the car. Yeah, so they get out the car, and we're sitting there just chilling, whatever. And then we look
Pays to be
back,
impatient sometimes.
and from them looking in the door, like or whatever, just standing there, everybody
in the
gets
cars
out
just
of their
get out of the
cars.
car.
I think people were just waiting, and they're like, "Fuck, no one's in line, so we'll just wait. Like everybody will be cool, and like everybody will respect the fact that we're all sitting in our cars because it's cold
Yeah,
as
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
outside at 4 in the morning. And then these two maniacs are just standing there, so everybody
freezing
gets
our
out.
fucking.
Everybody said I was
balls
freezing my
off.
Now-
balls off.
Now all of a sudden, there's 10 people in line with blankets and shit. So it's like, oh fuck. So we get down,
and then
we get in
Ryan's
line
just
with
like,
them. And these fuckers are in the
Fucking
front of the
cold.
line. So we're there in front of the fucking line at Bulldog Liquidators at 4:40 in the morning. They open at 6. So an hour and 20 minutes later, I think it was like 5:30. We started looking around, and that shit was long. Like it was ridiculous. There was motherfuckers all the way around the corner, and it's like, damn,
Oh,
dude, people really.
there was
showed
even
up
one
for this
motherfucker that come to the front. Is this the front
Oh,
of the
yeah,
line?
No, he didn't even do that.
He didn't say
do that.
nothing.
No,
He was trying to
showed
be
up
slick.
to the door.
He was
He's
trying to
like
be
just
slick.
waiting, like on his phone.
Yeah, he was on his phone the whole time. Didn't even want to look up, and we're just standing there looking at him like, nah, there's no way. And I didn't want to say anything because, like I told you guys there,
You thought he was working there.
I thought he worked there. I had an experience one time where I'm waiting in line
Oh,
for
that's
something,
fucked. I
and
remember you.
some dude walked up and was like, just standing there, and I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's not coming to the line, right? And so I said something, and then he was like, no, I work here, and I felt like an asshole. So then I was like, oh fuck, all right. So when that situation happened, and the guy walked up and he's on his phone, and I'm thinking like, should I? Nah, I don't want to be an asshole again. So let me just not say nothing. Maybe he works here, right? And he's just standing there, he's on his phone. I'm thinking he's waiting for them to open the door, and like. Like 5 minutes passed, and this fucker didn't look up and wasn't moving, didn't
Yeah.
go inside.
I don't even think he fucking blinked.
No, and I was like, no.
He didn't even breathe, nothing. Like,
He was
fucking-
trying to be
Honestly,
nonchalant.
no,
He
the
was
whole
trying
time-
to be
Hey,
nonchalant.
And the only time I actually noticed he was there was when Dave actually pointed him out. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this was
Yeah,
here.
and
I
I
didn't
was
even know he
like-
was there.
And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna say something. And right as I was about to say something, he looks up and he sees like me and Chuck's looking at him, or all of us were looking
Yeah,
at him.
yeah.
And then he's like, oh, is this the back of the line? It's like, no, dick, like it's the front. And he's like, oh, my bad. Like walks to the end of the line, like, bro, what the fuck? But I didn't want to be an asshole and say something too soon. But then I was like, wait, what the fuck? But some people like, I think if he was trying to cut,
No, I think
he timed it wrong.
We did kind of say something.
No, the people
we were
behind us
talking
said
out
it.
loud.
The
Yeah,
people
yeah.
behind us
Oh
said
yeah,
something
we're,
about
fuck,
line.
we're loud
Yeah,
as fuck at
but it-
4:30, whatever time.
Yeah,
it was.
We were up. We were
Loud.
up at
If he
4:30
wanted
in
to
the
do
morning.
that, he should have walked up right at like 5:50, 5:55, and then like nonchalantly walked in. But even then, I would have said something. But
Yeah,
he
I
could have
mean,
tried it
that's
that way.
really Cool.
But yeah, that shit. So then we get in, we find exactly what we need: two
Well,
couches, pool table.
Before we get to that, Ryan, fucking waiting at the door, yelling his eyes, "Open the fucking
Yeah,
door!"
Ryan thought he was
Open
being
the
funny or some
door.
shit, like yelling, "Open the fucking door!" Like, Dick, relax. Like, what are you?
I was just
yelling
cold. I was-
for?
I was pissed. I was cold.
Like,
Meanwhile, the
bro.
workers are just like, okay.
I don't think anybody. Yeah, I was like, the people in the line were like, "What is going on?"
Yeah,
Like, bro, this
raging.
isn't
He was
raging.
raging.
It's like, this isn't
freezing.
Disneyland.
No,
Facts,
but
that
the
shit
thing
was
is, as soon as we walked in, we walked straight to the couches, and
Mm.
as soon as we got the couches, we was like, "Oh, we'll take this, and the pool table."
funny. Facts.
And,
That's
then,
exactly
and as
how it
soon
was.
as that
pulled up.
happened, there's a lady that would come in. Was like, "Oh, you guys bought this?" She's like, "Oh yeah, we got it." She's
Oh,
instantly
yeah.
like, "Damn." She's
There was a
like,
lady that was trying to cop this green couch. Yo, this green couch is sexy.
I like
It
it.
is pretty sick.
And Ryan didn't like it at first. He was like, "Nah, man, I don't know."
He still doesn't.
No, I like it now.
I think he likes it because we
And
like
he's
it.
wearing-
But I'm also like, I like to mix, and it's funny because a lot of people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't mix. You can't mix. It's bad to mix." I really enjoy mixing alcohol,
What do you mean?
Like beer to
like everything. So like, for me, a good night, like a good party fade
Drinking anything in sight.
is just like, yeah, like, oh fuck yeah, we're gonna turn up. Let's pregame with some tequila shots. All right, fuck yeah, bring out the tequila. And then I like my drinks. So then I go out and it's like, oh, let me get a Jameson ginger ale. Let me get a Henny and apple.
Right.
And then I'm mixing Hennessy with Jameson with some tequila. And then everybody's still drinking tequila, so I'm having tequila shots, but I'm having my own Hennessy and Jameson drinks
on the side of that.
on the side. I'm smoking a little doobie, a little joint, just having a good ass time, mixing everything. And I feel great. And people are like, oh my God, you meant, yeah, bro, give me a beer too. Like, fuck it.
It's just probably just you though, because when I mix, I get fucked up fast. You both know this.
Well, I don't know, like maybe the fade aspect of
we
it, the
know.
fuck up, like I probably get fucked up too, obviously from it, but like to say I feel sick or I feel hungover or I feel nasty when I mix.
Yeah, I don't feel sick. I don't feel like that.
Yeah, I don't feel like, oh my God, I mix like the whole beer before liquor, never
Nah,
sicker.
That's bullshit.
Or like what is the other one? Liquor before
Liquor
beer.
for beer in the
No,
clear.
Beer in the
oh
clear.
yeah, that's the one.
Or I don't know, is there a wine one?
I hate wine.
I like wine. I enjoy wine.
I've actually grown to
I
really
didn't like
enjoy
I didn't like
wine.
it at first, but I actually enjoy it now.
Yeah, at first same. At first I
Maybe,
was
maybe
like,
I just
this is
haven't
kinda-
tried enough wines.
Yeah, I think you need
Could
to
be
really
it.
have it. You need to expand your palate.
So we'll see. I don't know, but like
You also don't eat ass. So and you eat your cheeseburgers plain. So
right.
You
right.
don't you don't eat
Just
ass. Your
pepperoni,
cheeseburgers plain.
mushroom, baby, all day.
And you only
All
like
day.
cook sushi. So I mean, I
So
can
you don't
understand
like
why you
sushi?
don't like
I
wine.
eat poke though.
Why is that always your go-to? You eat tuna.
What else?
But your poke is only tuna and rice.
no,
You don't add
Tuna?
much of stuff.
spicy tuna.
Yeah,
salmon.
he swears it's two different kinds of fish. Tuna and spicy
It
tuna is the
is.
same
no,
shit.
No, I'm saying
Uh,
tuna and salmon. So that's
yeah,
two.
tuna and salmon is. You have raw salmon?
Yes.
Dude, so how do you
I'm
like
surprised.
how do you like that, but you don't eat sushi like raw sushi?
Yeah, it's the same shit.
Same shit.
I've eaten raw sushi.
He swears. How you guys doing? How you guys' mental health currently? How's your state of mind and everything?
Currently
Let's
for
get
me,
into it.
I'm great.
Are you?
Yeah.
Talk
Honestly,
about
for the first time in my life, I feel like good about every day.
it. Okay.
Because as of last year, I was struggling through a lot. I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie, I was struggling through a lot.
In what sense?
In the sense that I didn't know really what my worth was.
Okay.
And that had to come up with all the breakup shit. Like I was still going through it last year. I'm not gonna lie. And I was always like kind of going back and forth with myself. Like, am I good enough for anybody? Am I good enough for this person or that person? And then I would second guess myself about, fuck, I'm never gonna find this person. I'm never gonna find anybody that's gonna enjoy me for me. And then halfway through the year, that's when I finally kind of like accept me for me or just move on. Like I am who I am and I love who I am. And it took me a while to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you.
And as of now, it's just more of finding who I really am and like understanding my difficulties and my like understanding my journey
Okay.
to get to where I am now and where I'm going. It's honestly worth a lot more to me now. Understanding
Fuck
every
that.
difficulty and struggle that I'm going through.
Okay. I feel that.
That's great.
And you feel like you're making good progress on that.
Oh,
Like
absolutely,
you're
dude.
on the right track
Yeah.
and you're kind of making moves on it. That's what's up. What do you feel was the turning point for you? Like,
Hon-
was it a moment? Was it an action that you took? Or what do you feel was it that really made you like, all right, this is it for me?
Honestly, I think it was like more of a conversation I had with you and like I think Kaylee and Steph.
Okay. What was that conversation?
I think with me and you, it was like you just gotta be like, who gives a shit about anybody else? Like what people think or what they think about you.
That you're not that important.
Yeah, honestly, that changed a lot of my perspectives. Like you're not that important. When I told you that every time I go out, I feel like everybody's like are looking at me or something.
Yeah.
Like, and then when I finally like went out and I'm like, you're not that important. I'm like, dude, everything just went off my shoulders. I didn't have that social anxiety to
Yeah.
go
I
around.
don't remember who told me that or where I learned that, but I remember that the first moment that I heard it, I was like, yo, yeah, that shit for me was a very impactful moment too in my life where I was like, damn, if you really look at it that way and you really look at it like, damn, I'm really not that important. Like my life is significant only because I choose for it to be, only because it's significant to
Yeah.
me. But in reality, like I'm not that important that other people care what I'm doing. So if I'm out and about and I'm wearing said shirt, said shoes, said whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But we put so much value on extrinsic things, on the exterior, on what we present to the world because we believe that that is what validates us, and we're looking for some sort of validity from our peers that we fall into this trap where we feel like we have to have the new Nikes, the new jackets, the new this, the new that for the sake of presenting ourselves. How many guys do we not know that go and buy the expensive, nice car and they can barely afford their payment just for the sake of being able to pull girls or pull bitches or whatever you want to call it, or, you know, go out and be like, oh man, look at his car, just for that little bit of validation.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they're struggling in every other aspect financially of their lives. You know, it's like, if you didn't care that much about the rest of the world, then you would find happiness in the little that you do have. And you would spend more time and energy on the things you actually want to accomplish, the things you actually want to enjoy in life, and less on what other people think you're feeling. Like, don't be happy for Instagram. Be happy for you.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. And that's why I tell people all the time, too, on my Instagram. I constantly have people telling me, like, oh, my God, I want to do what you do, this, and that. But in reality, it's a highlight reel. Like, you don't see the struggles, the failed deals, the this, the that, the money lost, all this stuff. You fall in love with this image, this idea of, dude, this dude's selling houses left and right. This dude's making money and da-da-da-da-da. But it's a highlight reel. I'm never going to post the, oh, we didn't get this offer accepted. And I'm one of the few that may actually post that or talk about that. But it's always going to be about, hey, look at this other house I sold. Hey, look at this I did. Look at that I did. Very few people, very few times are going to just sit there and post all the negative shit in their lives, because that's not what social media is about, right? So when you take that into account, the other person that's posting all these amazing things, they probably aren't even happier than you.
No.
They may have this and that much more than you, but they probably in the same headspace. And when you accept that,
they might be showing that they have all this happiness in the world, but in reality, all
They
that
probably
happiness
don't.
doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
There's no happiness behind it.
exactly. Or they might be doing it to make themselves feel better, and in reality, it's not
To put
giving-
on that persona.
Yeah,
it's
it's not
temporary,
giving them what they even thought it was gonna give them. They're like, oh yeah, man, once I get these 3,000 likes on this picture of me without a shirt on, fuck, it's gonna be worth it. That gym workout's gonna be worth it. And then that picture hits 2,999. They're like, fuck, man,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't hit the 3. Like, there's
yeah.
people that are so obsessed with the numbers like that. The metrics mean so much to them, and it's like, bruh, who cares? Like,
That's crazy.
your life revolves around so much.
So much more.
Yeah.
So much more to life.
So why get caught up on needing the validation? But to each his own. But yeah, that for me too was a big thing where it's like, dude, you don't matter that much. It's like, yeah, you're right, I don't. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, focus on the things that you care about, not what you think other people care. Yeah, that's dope. I'm happy for you. I'm happy
good
that you're
point.
on the course, that you're moving that way.
It's good shit, bro.
What about you?
For me, well, let me think about this for a little bit. So I think my issue started 2 years back.
Okay.
I think that's like around the time that we were all hanging together. Prior to that,
Give or
right?
take. Give or take.
Give or two.
Yeah, it's around there.
So yeah, like I wouldn't really come around with the homies anymore, and then
Why?
So I slowly but surely, like secluded myself, and
Okay, but why did that happen? What's the
I don't
root of all
know.
that?
Like it was just like I just made excuses as to why I couldn't go out with them and shit like that. And at the time, I was dealing with like a lot, like with losses and shit left and right. So it kind of got to a point where it just felt like, fuck, well, what's next, you know?
Yeah.
So that headspace kind of created like, oh, well, if I just seclude myself from everybody, then none of it will hurt me, right? And that's probably not the best thing that I should have done. Well, obviously not the best thing, but I feel like that gave me a lot of perspective too, like coming back into this, like, you know, our friendship, rekindling everything. And so that kind of put a good understanding as to how I look at things in life. Like, it is temporary, right?
Okay.
So with that being said, like, I really realized, damn, dude, like, we're really all growing up, like, you know, like
No
kind of
shit,
shit.
yeah.
Well, like, but
Yeah.
I'm
That just
saying,
comes with
like,
time.
No, but
That's kind of how life works.
well,
but-
yeah, duh. But what I'm saying is like apart too.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
As friends.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, dude, what the fuck, like, and so that's kind of like how
But do
it's
you
been in
think-
the past too.
Do you think it felt more so that way because you were already distancing yourself from everybody? So it felt like in your mind, there was a correlation with the fact that we're pulling apart because of life, but in reality, it might have been you're already pulling
No,
apart.
it was me. Like, I was doing it. Like, I was creating
Yeah.
that situation, right?
Okay.
And
So-
go off that, I was doing the same thing. Like, life is like relationship and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
life just pulls you away sometimes, and
Yeah. Other things
for
take
a lot of
priority.
times for the wrong reasons.
I feel you.
Because all the times when I was in my relationship and everything, I felt myself kind of like losing who I was before.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember
why
that. I
the
remember
reason
that.
when I got into the relationship. And you try to play this whole thing like you're trying to make another person happy when it's not your responsibility to do that.
Facts.
That's a big part of it. And I think that's where a lot of people fail themselves in their relationships is that they get into a relationship, they fall in love with someone, and they're so scared to lose them that they lose themselves.
Yeah.
They're more worried about, let me not upset my partner by going out with the homies and having a drink, or going to that birthday party, or going to the gym even, or this or that, because what is my partner going to think? I think it's super toxic when you're dating somebody and you're trying to better yourself, like going to the gym, and the first thing they say is, who you trying to look good for?
Yeah, do that.
Like,
yeah,
for me, bro, like,
Is
what?
that like if I've
No,
never
it's a
heard
thing.
it.
No,
No,
I've
trust
heard
me,
it.
it's a thing.
I haven't dealt with that on a personal level. Me,
Wait, you heard,
I
like,
wouldn't.
people
I wouldn't
doing
be
that
cool with
shit?
that.
saying
No,
that shit?
I've heard that.
But I know of people to not speak on other people's relationships.
No,
I know
yeah,
of
yeah.
people close to me that have told me about their situations where their partners have said that to them,
Wow.
because their partners were so insecure about whatever aspect of their relationship that they rather keep them fat and unhealthy and ugly or whatever, to have the security of having them to themselves, than having them feel the best about themselves they can, so that they don't worry about losing them. Like, if you're that concerned about your partner meeting somebody at the gym or going and dating
right,
somebody
right.
because
It
they
shouldn't
all of
even
a
be
sudden lost some
relationship
weight,
at that point.
then you can't handle having a relationship, because how can you want someone to be shit so that they're your shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you should want them to be beautiful and independent and
You should
sexy
support every
and
single
all these
thing that they're
amazing
trying to do.
things,
Yeah.
And
And-
push
and-
them to do more.
and then be happy that that still is your person. Like, fuck yeah, look at my girl. Like, she's successful, she's chasing, she's independent, she's beautiful, she's doing all these things for herself, and I'm not so insecure about what I bring to the table that I have to limit her as a woman or as my partner. Like, that's the big thing. And so for me, when I see that, it's like, damn, bro, like, you're that insecure, you're that concerned about that person meeting somebody else that you're like burying them. And then that ends up being the thing that pushes them away.
Yep.
They're so mad that you can't even let them work out in peace or like do some shit on their own, that they're like, you know what? I'm out of here, bitch. Fuck this
Well,
shit.
it's like what we were talking about the other day. It's more resent on the person that's like, you know what, I'm tired of this.
Oh yeah, it becomes resentment.
resentment.
Yeah, it becomes resentment 100%, because you start looking at that person like they're the reason you're not happy.
Mhm.
They're the reason you're not in shape. They're the reason you can't do all these things. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that, but it's that person's fault for creating that environment.
Yeah.
And then they get mad that you feel that way about it. It's like, yeah. So
That's the way
motherfuckers,
the
you know,
cookie crumbles.
it's the way that should be. And so what? So you distance yourself. You felt like all this stuff was happening in your exterior relationships, and what?
So yeah, so just like coming back into now, well, even like with schooling and stuff, like that was a struggle in itself for me too. You know,
Facts.
like just getting to the point that I am now within the program and all, through that adjustment period, bro. Because I mean, we had lectures online, right? So we're like, we show up to class, technically.
You don't show up to class.
Yeah,
You know
no,
for a
no.
fact you don't
Those
show up to
times
class.
where we're just like
on
fucking.
Zoom and you're like half
Yeah,
asleep
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're in
Like,
class.
All
Yeah.
you guys that go to like had all the Zoom classes.
Oh,
like,
you
know
know
for
for
a
a
weren't
fact
doing
you
shit.
were back.
doing that.
You
You
was
know
just
for a
chilling.
fact you're
You
like,
was
all right, I'm
chilling.
gonna tap in for 10 minutes, shut the camera off.
Hey,
They
and
won't
for
know.
all the
Yeah.
professors watching this, I'm like, you know for a fact everybody cheated.
Don't nobody watch
Well-
it, and you're cheating. I feel like open book
Well,
means open
I don't know
note
about
means open cheating.
Yeah,
Like if
basically.
you're allowing me to use the textbook,
Right.
Then-
right.
then I can cheat, because I can then do an online textbook and I can type in the keywords to search for it,
Mhm.
and
It
if
just-
all the answers there.
and then everything pops up.
Control
So,
F.
Yeah, Control F. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So I can do that,
You know the vibes.
and then that's all that matters. So if you're gonna do it that way, then fuck yeah, we can cheat all we want. You know,
Fuck
I
it.
haven't been in class in forever though.
Zoom.
Did you
fuck
graduate what
that.
last
2018?
2018?
Last December, 2020 December.
2020
So it's been a little over a year now. Yeah, but I'm thinking about going back.
master's
Yeah.
program, or
I'm thinking about masters. I don't know.
are
I
you
might,
trying to do it for another major?
I might do law school.
Alright.
Might fuck around and fuck with some laws. I don't know. Sometimes,
Start fucking around, go back to the doctor.
Nah, I mean, I know it sounds crazy. People are like, who does this guy think he is? Just, but I know I say it jokingly, but I'm not joking. And if you know me on a personal level, you know that I'm like,
Now, once you say something, dude, there's a lot of it
I'm
that's going
weirdo.
to.
I'm weirdo. I'm super committed to shit, and I'm like very like I execute. And so for me, law school was always something that I thought would be kind of interesting just to experience. And I'm one of those weirdos where like I think I could pass the bar.
Oh no doubt.
I think
Yeah,
I
I don't
could.
think-
I think
no
I could
way.
prepare. Obviously, I would need to prepare for it. In all respect to the people that have taken it, I know it's an extremely difficult test, but I think I can take it, and I want to. So I don't know if I'm actually gonna commit to doing it, and I'm not saying that I am, but I'm saying that it's something that intrigues me. And if I ever get on here or anywhere and I say, "Yo, I'm gonna do it," best believe I'm gonna fucking do it.
That's right.
Like I'm gonna do it.
Amen.
But it's something that is catching my attention, either that or my MBA, just for the sake of doing it. I'm not gonna go get a corporate job. I'm not gonna go get a 9 to 5. So it's more so me doing it for me than it is anything or anybody else. But then I'm also like, fuck, do I want to pay? Because I'm not doing no loans. I'm not doing student loans. So it's like, do I want to pay? Fuck, 20,000 a semester or whatever, 15,000 a
more.
semester,
More than
whatever,
that.
whatever it is, just to have some shit on the wall, just to hang another
Yeah.
degree up.
Just hang up another piece of paper that costs
Just-
you 50 grand.
And then it's like, is it?
That's
Is
kind
it?
of nuts when you think
It,
about
it becomes like,
That's
do I
nuts.
really want it, or
Yeah.
is it the validation that I want to just say, hey, I'm a lawyer, and then I have to check myself and be like, hey, bro, is that what and then that's why I don't do it, because I'm like, I think
Mhm.
a part of it is validation.
It's
a part
just
of
that
it,
ego part of you.
a
that
part of
wants,
it is saying like, I could do that.
Yeah.
It's the ego side saying I could do it, and I'm gonna show you what's up. But that's why I had to keep that in check, because it's unnecessary. So I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, life is long, bro. You never know.
Life is long. It might win me at some point, and I might just say fuck it and sign up, and then it's like, oh fuck, I already paid it.
Kim
Oh,
Kardashian-
hey, this will be one of the
Kardashian-
best. Like he's already one of the best fucking realtors, dude. I'm like, he can be one of the best lawyers for sure.
Just sign up and be a lawyer. Fuck it. Fuck around.
All the shit he says, all you can bullshit
I
his
think
way in a
some
Didn't
fucking
Kim
Kim
courtroom.
Kardashian,
Kardashian
bro.
do that? She's like,
She's
becoming a
working on
lawyer?
that. I think so. Yeah.
Oh, she's crazy.
I know she got a lot of heat when she first came out that she was gonna do that.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't know what that.
Like, 'cause her
Where
dad,
did that come
all
from?
the shit that happened with her dad and all that.
No, because she got famous for sucking dick. What you
That's
mean?
true.
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Ryan's
her,
like,
No, well,
her
because her dad was a lawyer,
no,
right?
no, 'cause all the
she
shit
was
that happened
she was
with-
out here sucking dick
Oh,
on camera. Shout out to
man.
her though.
Hey,
Yeah.
she, put
She got
it
her
on-
bread. She got her bread.
Shout out to her. Like
put
I
in
don't
work,
I don't
that's
knock
for
the hustle. I don't
sure.
hate the game. If you's out there somewhere sucking dick on OnlyFans or wherever for a check, kudos
Props
to
to
you.
you.
Suck that shit. Don't forget about the balls, bitch. Always. But nah, man, like if that's what she's doing, good for her. If I had the money that they had, fuck yeah, I'd go to law. What else do you do?
I know. I always think about that. Like with all that money.
At some point, you need something to entertain yourself and entertain your mind.
literally have all the cars you want.
It's like I'm gonna
You can
entertain the
have-
world for a
Yeah,
couple
you can
years.
buy anything
live
you
wherever
want.
you want.
Like at that point, what is there in life to really chase? I genuinely feel like being filthy rich might get boring at some point. And I used to think no, but now as I get older and I'm actually doing things, I'm like, yeah, it would probably be boring. Like, cause you're not actually like grinding for anything. You're not building anything. You're not doing anything.
You just
of-
do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're,
You're kind of like, oh yeah, I want a Bugatti. Oh, let me go buy it. Then it's like, where's the
Yep.
chase for that? You know, where's the? So I don't know.
Where would
That's
be
just-
one place that you would want to live? Because I'm surprised, like all these celebrities just LA.
I mean,
California?
That's where you want to live.
I think if money wasn't an issue, and I could live anywhere and work, I would be constantly traveling.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean like European countries, Central America, South America, Africa, all these amazing places, Australia, like, and I would spend a year here, a year there, a year here, a year there, and constantly moving. I don't think there's one place I'd want to be, but then again, I do want to have a big family.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Like, I'm-
just for the kids,
I'm
you
trying
gotta
to pop
stay
out. I'm trying to pop out 4 kids, like type of thing. So I'm down, bro. I'm ready.
Like 10
I stay strapped.
I know. I thought you were about to say like 10. Like fuck.
I better be
Back in the fucking
You know,
70s.
how expensive kids are to have 10. No, I'm trying to have 4. But I understand that children need stability,
Yep.
right? And I can't live a dream of like, hey, we're living a year in this place and that place and expect to have.
and
Yeah,
it's
they
fucked
need
up
friends
for a
growing up
child
and
to be
all
in
that.
that. Because I know a lot of my friends that were moving like left and right. Like they would move from
Yeah, like the Navy brats and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you're
Navy brats.
yeah, you're moving from like Japan. You're going to like
The parents in the Navy, so you're constantly
Chicago.
traveling wherever they're getting stationed.
Oh.
so like you never truly like settle down in
You
a
have a
place where
home.
you can have friends. And, like
you barely,
have a
you
place
barely
to
make
call.
friends, and then you gotta leave. Like, oh, I just made some new friends in Chicago. It's like, oh, guys, sorry, I'm going to Hawaii now. My dad's getting stationed in Hawaii.
Damn, that shit must suck, bro.
Yeah, so
No
that's why
lie.
I wouldn't want to do
Respect
that.
to them though.
And I
for-
couldn't afford to fucking
Damn.
live like that anyway yet, but so
Keywords yet.
yeah. Well, yeah, the goal one day is to have financial freedom, like real
Oh, yeah.
financial freedom,
For sure.
like where you don't got to look at the account, you know.
Yeah.
Ooh, you make my high come down. You make my high come all the way down.
When we were just fucking dating, I went to Northridge. You know, all right, I come over, we'll party, we'll do whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. So we go over there, we start drinking, we go like go to the movies, do this and that, and then we go back to her whatever her apartment or her fucking dorm, whatever it is.
Okay, dorm probably.
Yeah,
Right.
and there with because like where they were dating too.
Oh, I remember that time. That was a while back.
Yeah, and it was a while back,
Sure about okay.
But,
That shit was hilarious.
dude. So he's on a gravity bong. I've never smoked weed in my life. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it. Fuck
That
it.
was his introduction of this the fucking
Yeah.
gravity bomb. Fucking
First
level
time-
1,000 already.
First time I've ever smoked weed in my
Fuck.
entire life.
Oh,
and a gravity
shit.
bong, dude. And this motherfucker like lights it. I'm like, all right, fuck, that's full, dude. And he didn't cut the fucking top. That motherfucker was all
You
the
just
way
let it
fucking
fill up
down.
all the
Yeah,
way?
dude, all the way. He's like, all right, cool.
And Ryan has asthma, by the way. So everybody's aware, just aware of that.
Why do you know that?
He said it.
When?
This more earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Pay
Pussy ass
attention.
lugs.
That's why.
Well, no, but go.
No, but anyway,
Oh shit.
dude, and that shit was full. And it was a big ass fucking. It was a 2-liter bottle, the soda bottle, with dude, all the way. All right, cool. Like whatever. Never tried it before.
Damn it, it was a
Like
home
you-
rig.
like
It was a
you
home
were
setup.
Yeah, it was home
meth
setup.
lab or
Liter
something?
bottle.
No,
2-liter
dude, and
bottle.
for some reason, all right, cool. I fucking smoked that fucking thing. I was like, I got all the way down. I'm like, I come back up. I'm like, oh fuck. Like I was dead, dude, dead coughing,
That's
dying.
funny.
Dude, within like 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck, I'm not right. There's something wrong,
Did it
dude.
hit?
No, it hit hard. It hit to the point where like, fuck, this shit's laced with something.
Fuck.
Because dude, I was having an out of body experience with that shit. I got to the point where I felt hot, I felt cold, I felt like I saw my future for a second.
This was swears.
Dude,
Fucking psychic or
dude,
just
no,
something
that
everything?
shit was just like something else, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna fucking take a nap. Dude, I was sleeping, and I guess I was fucking like talking to
in
myself
your sleep.
in my sleep. I'm like, fuck.
That's funny.
I shouldn't have
That's
said that.
hilarious.
No, but the whole time I'm like, I can hear other people. Like, I guess they were gone or something. I was just fucking, I guess, I don't know, sick. Something was going on. But I could hear something just talking to me. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's funny.
But as soon as like I started like to come out of it, I'm like, fuck. I just like, dude, I just felt like I saw my entire life flash before my eyes. Like I was about to die. And I told her, I'm like, that shit was fucking, that was fucked up. That was my first time smoking. He's like, what?
That's crazy.
And then like, you fucking cleared that thing. I thought you were gonna save some for us. Like, no, I just fucking just took all the way down.
He smoked the whole
He just
snap
took
that
the
they
whole
had.
thing. He's like,
Oh,
fuck.
they didn't even get a
No,
smoke.
dude, the whole fucking nug was gone from the top.
Burned it all the way through.
And I was high for a day and a half. Like,
Like swears.
I felt like I was high for a day because I took off to drive home.
Sometimes it'd be lingering and you feel
No,
like the
I
next
took-
day you wake up, you're
That's
still a
kinda
little high.
crazy.
No, I
Yeah.
took off to drive and I was like, fuck, I'm not alright to drive. I gotta go grub. I went to fucking Panda, dude. I fucking grew fat.
Fuck, yeah. Dude, I'm gonna grow fat tonight.
Dude, but that whole fucking experience, I'm like, fuck. Ever since then, I was scared to smoke weed. It was a long time till I smoked weed, dude. I think the first time I smoked again was with my uncle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he fucking growed his own shit and I was like, here, smoke this. Alright, cool. This motherfucker was the one I smoked was laced with something for sure. Because like there's no way I haven't felt like that since.
They probably had some.
Maybe this
crazy
is your
shit.
first time. Who
Yeah.
knows? Dude, my first time was crazy.
Yeah.
The first time I smoked weed, shout out to Wesley. I think his name was Wesley. The first time I ever smoked weed, I was working at Kmart, and this was like, oh no. The first time I ever hit a bong was this story.
Oh, this shit was funny. As
The first time I ever hit a
fuck,
bong, not smoked weed, correction. The first time I ever hit a bong, I was working at Kmart, and one of my coworkers at the time, and this is like during high school, probably like I was 17, 18. I was 18 already, I think. It was right after high school. And yeah, it was right after high school because I was working the midday shift. So it was right after high school. It's the middle of the day. Although I think it was Saturday, whatever. I was working the morning midday shift, and it was lunch break. And I had been working with this white kid, Wesley, all day, like moving fridges and shit and all this stuff. I used to love doing that shit. But we were moving fridges and shit. And
unloading the trucks and shit in the
and
back.
yeah, and then we were talking about a bunch of stuff while we were working. So we are talking about weed and just like, you know, all this other shit. And I was like, yeah, man, I smoke. Like, and at the time, I'm a casual smoker. I smoke here on the weekends, here and there with the homies or whatever. We're at Steckel Park and stuff. But I'm not smoking like that. Yeah, I'm not smoking
I
like
never
that. though.
understood that. Dude, like, let's go to Steckel Park.
That's where everybody goes because it's so low key. Like, you go there, you could
never
drink
been
there,
to
you could
Steckel
party
Park?
there, you could do whatever.
I've been to Steckel Park, but not to smoke.
This fool goes to
Or,
camp,
like, do bad
remember? He
shit,
goes
like-
to camp.
You ever did bad shit?
Huh? I
Hey,
would
you ain't
drink
never,
it.
the girls'
you
club.
ain't never done some bad shit or what?
I never had to like go to Steckel Park. I'm like, oh, I just drink at the house.
But
Like,
like,
I
I
mean, I
different.
guess,
Like when
but-
you did school or something like that.
It's different when you're not supposed to be drinking.
Dude, I didn't even my senior dish. I didn't even get to ditch food because we had a game that day.
So me and this white kid Wesley were working together all day, and we were moving fridges and doing a bunch of shit. And the whole time we're talking, we're getting to know each other. Like, hey, you know, what are you into? You smoke weed, you drink, you party, this and that, whatever. And so we're fucking. It's about to be lunchtime, and he's like, hey, do you want to smoke? And I'm thinking like he's gonna pull out a little fucking joint or something.
yeah, like one of those
chill,
little
like,
pocket.
and we're gonna walk
pocket
around the
pipes or whatever.
corner and some shit outside on our break and smoke. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. I was thinking, fuck yeah, my lunch is gonna slap. I'm gonna go get high and I'm gonna eat so good. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm down. Let's go, bro. And we clock out, and he's like, no, let's go smoke at my homie's house. He's like, way better weed, we better sell this and that. And he lives right around the corner. And I'm like, I don't want to be a bitch. So I'm like, all right, yeah, let's go, bro. Fuck yeah, whatever, fuck it, you know. So we go in his little fucking Ford Pinto or whatever. It looked like this old beater car.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
look at it and you're like, either
Pinto.
yeah, it's like
Ford Pinto.
it's a Ford
don't
Fiesta or
those,
some
aren't
shit.
those the ones that like fucking like infamous for blowing up?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah, like
shit,
if they
fuck
hit you in the
that.
back, like
It
you
was
fucking
slow,
you're
the whole
in
thing.
flames, dick.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
it was like a huge thing for like a long time.
Yeah, trip out. But so yeah, we get in his little beater, whatever.
Meanwhile,
the
they're
fuck it was.
smoking in it.
It was either that or a Honda hatchback. Nah, we didn't even smoke in it yet.
Oh,
We go to his homie's house, and this shit looks run down. Looks like a fucking like
Crack
a trap
house.
house. Like this motherfucker sounds some shit out of it or cooking in it. Like it just looks kind of rough.
like janky.
And then this
pretty
fool
much,
lives in his garage. Like his homie lives, you know, where it's like, I'm moving out, mom and dad, to the garage.
Yeah.
like that kind of shit where it's
Fucking
like,
hiking
where it's like,
and shit.
yeah,
Duh,
where it's like,
duh,
yeah, I'm
here.
independent. Yeah, I bring girls to the house, and it's his garage. Like that's where he stays at. Like that kind of setup. So, but he was super cool. But so we pull up, and I'm like kind of tripping out, like, yo, what the fuck?
all edged out.
All these white kids, and then he pulls out a bong. He's like, yo, you ever hit a bong before? And I was like, nah, I never have. And he's like, yo, you gotta try this shit. La, la, la. And I was scared, dude. I was like, fuck. I was like banging the bitch out. I was like, all right, I'm down. And so I take the bong, and he packs a nug in the bowl, and I'm gonna smoke it. And keep in mind, I've never smoked from a bong. I don't understand anything about the system or the metrics or how it works.
How, like you pull out the carb.
You have to
type
pull out the
shit.
carb, and then the air actually clear through, and then you can smoke the thing. So I'm thinking, oh, you hit this shit like a pipe. So you just light it and you suck, and then the smoke will come up and you're inhaling the
right.
smoke. So I'm lighting it and I'm like just building it up, and I'm like, dude, I can't get any.
All milky, huh?
Like I'm literally stopping to, dude, I can't get any, and I'm like trying to catch it, and like the smoke's packed. So now I'm
going
barely
like
getting,
this.
it's so packed. I'm actually getting high from just lighting it, right? And the dude's like, no.
You gotta pull it. You gotta pull it.
Yeah, so he says, no, dude, you gotta pull it. So like pull that out and then inhale. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, just inhale. He's like, just inhale. I'll do it for you. I was like, all right, whatever.
Orale, he'll pull it out.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know about that.
No. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I'm hitting it and I clear it. He clears it, and the whole thing just rushes, and I clear almost the whole thing. Almost the whole thing. I didn't
All
even get all of
milky
it, but almost the
smoke,
whole
huh?
thing.
Lungs just black.
Dude, I was like, I couldn't even hold it for a second. I started coughing hard.
Bro, what were you holding?
Dude, I was dying. And then finally by the end of it, all tear-eyed and shit because of the coughs and everything.
Oh, red-eyed Jedi. and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I can't open my eyes, dude.
Oh man.
And then it was like, oh, fuck. So then I'm sitting there, right?
You said, dude.
I started talking like a white kid, probably. Probably. I don't know.
I
But
can't smoke this.
I wouldn't,
smoke it, dude.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh.
Dude, this shit is hitting me,
Transformed.
dude. But so I was fucking zooted. I was out of it, dude. I was fucked. So I'm sitting there and I'm losing track of time. And this is like the type, this high specifically was the high where like a minute passes and you think it's been an hour. So my understanding of time is like really trashed. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like I'm fucking
Understand that.
zoned out forever and it's a minute.
Oof, that's scary.
And I'm like falling asleep awake with my eyes awake, and I was fucking high. So then I tell him, I was like, dude, we gotta go back. What time? He's like, oh yeah. Oh, we're good. We got this much time. Oh shit, really? Okay, cool. We're chilling. We're just like, all right, let's go. And this dude seemed way too sober. Like I just want to make that clear. Like
well, you
he was
cleared
smoking.
the whole fucking
no.
You
Like
like smoke one
these-
little drop of that
He's like-
shit.
No,
Take
these
this in the back.
these
All
motherfuckers kept smoking. So he was high too. But
Oh,
but
shit.
he gets high. Back then, like I said, I was a casual smoker once a week, once a month, whatever.
Yeah.
Like when we could afford it, we'd buy a gram or a sack.
Right. Janky ass weed.
Yeah,
sometimes, huh?
dude, fucking
He's
come out, bro, in his bare hand, bro, and just be like you didn't have a fucking baggie, like, and your moms don't have no Ziplocs in the kitchen or what, bro? Like,
All this
Shit.
shit he touched throughout the days. Like,
It's a bag
Bro.
from. It's a bag from.
bro, that shit was extra moist because his hand was sweaty. He's like, that's that dang thing, feel it, bro. It's all
Fuck
dense.
no, it's all wet.
It's all fucking wet from his hand, bro. That's what swears,
the next level shit.
bro. And then
Oh,
and then we go pick up from
Got half-
we used to go pick up from not the you guys know
Yeah.
the football other
No.
one.
I have a story with him.
Yeah, we used to go pick up
Because of
from him. We'll bleep his name out. But we used to go pick up from him at his pad, and this motherfucker used to come out and have that shit wrapped up in a piece of toilet paper, like actual little, like a
Like you're
little,
gonna light it on top
and,
of it?
and not even like a little good strip. It was one square, bro. This one,
One square packed up like
this
this.
one, one
It was
square.
a fucking one ply.
Hey,
Oh no!
Hey, you ever used to hit those little sparklers?
Yeah,
that
it
blow
was
up?
snap-
It looked like
snaps.
that, bro, like a little snap in the paper. And this fool comes out with this little sack like that and puts it in my little hands, and I'm like, Dick, what is that? Like, you toilet paper in it, bruh.
Oh,
And this
okay,
motherfucker's
bro,
like, no, it's cool. And then like, nah, it's cool, bro. Look at that big ass snug. Hey, you hooked it up. You're like, hey, you hooked it up. I'm like, yo,
Is that a piece of shit?
yo, is this toilet paper used?
That shit it out. Like, he's pointing like, oh, fuck, I use that shit.
he's like, oh, yo, hey, Brock Sack. Bro, so
Is the hand you wipe with?
So literally, are you right-handed or left-handed? Bro.
Take that shit.
So I was like, yo, what the
Like,
fuck?
did I just smoke
I
shit?
was like, yo, what the fuck is that toilet paper? And he was like, yeah, bro, but it's cool. Don't trip. And then I was like, nah, bro, it's cool. Look at that big ass nug. And he was all obsessed on like the size of the nugs at the time. He's like, damn, bro, you really hooked it up. Like, shut the fuck up. He was like, damn, bro, you really hooked it up.
Fucking smoking weed, toilet paper.
Smoking
Bro,
shit.
we used to dip, man. Oh my god. No, the first time I ever smoked weed was with Los. Shout out to Los. That's the homie.
Was a homie. Yeah.
But the first time I ever smoked weed was with Los. We were on our way to, it was either basketball practice or basketball pictures, and we had just picked up on a sack. I don't remember who we got it from, but we were all excited, and it was probably whack shit. Like a motherfucker. I mean, we weren't dumb enough to take oregano, but a motherfucker could have sold us some trash, like some dried up weed, and we wouldn't have known.
And
that
I
it's
know what
supposed
the fuck it was.
It's supposed to be dank or dense
With
or moist or
seeds in
whatever.
it,
Like, yeah, like
stems.
all stems and shit. Nah, yeah.
It's like this
But
piece of fucking grass.
well, we got like some regular shit, and we didn't have a piece or anything because we weren't smokers or anything at the time. So we pulled out a mechanical pencil at the time. Yeah, pulled out a mechanical pencil, take off the eraser, unscrew the front, pull out the ink, and it's just a plastic tube. So we packed a little nug on the back end and lit it like that. We were smoking plastic tube,
Sad.
Lead, plastic,
Yeah,
all that shit.
all that shit, and the weed though. So that was a hell of a high.
Yeah.
So we
Like
might
changing.
We got a little different shit in
might
there.
have been some extra shit, but bro, we went fucking zooted, like just high as fuck to practice or to pictures or whatever the fuck it was. I remember
red-eyed.
I remember I was like, this is probably the worst like thing to do when you're high. Like you should probably like chill and catch a movie
Well,
or
yeah,
eat some food.
yeah.
Not go and have a full blown basketball practice with Guzman, who would make us fucking run suicides. And if you didn't run it under 29 or 30 seconds or whatever, you'd have to do it again and again and again and again.
That's
I remember those. Yeah,
Like those shits was some shit, man. We used to do the summer practices, remember, with basketball
went.
and baseball.
And
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, that shit was
Yeah,
fucking
you showed
hard.
up twice.
Yeah.
You showed up two.
That's why.
You showed up
That's
two
why.
practices.
I was like,
He went
yeah.
and left.
Yeah, I was like, fine, waking up.
All right,
with
I'm
this
here.
fucking
I coming
early
back.
in the morning. Fuck that.
What do you guys think about that whole situation? But just Jake fighting in general. Like, how do you guys feel about that?
I don't mind it. I mean, I don't.
What do you mean? But yeah, but what?
Him fighting?
Yeah, like him
Like, you
actually
see,
saying that
you
he's
see
an
them kind of
actual
boxing
fighter.
matches?
Okay, that I disagree with. But, like, just in general, I mean, I don't have any issues with it.
Dude, honestly, every fight that he has fought, I'm like, all right, dude, just somebody knock this fucking guy out. Somebody knock this
I
motherfucker
don't
out.
understand how the fuck, like,
I mean, look at who he's
was it-
fighting.
What was
Yeah.
it? Who did he fight last? AD?
Tyrone Woodley.
Tyron Woodley.
Tyron Woodley
The
twice.
second time, right?
Ben
He knocked him
Askren
out.
and fucking Nate
He's-
Robinson. Like, he hasn't
he's-
fought anybody
He's
that's a fighter.
technically knocked out every person he's fought.
Technically, yes.
How many?
Okay, look.
Four.
Like a handful?
Here's
Four.
here's
Three.
here's
Three.
my honest take. Okay. Excuse me. Here's my honest take. I think there's a few different factors that you had to take into account. One, benefit of the doubt, and we say, okay, maybe he's been putting in the time, he's been putting in the work, he's been training, he's been working out, he's been learning how to fight, he's been doing whatever he has to do
Right.
to get ready to actually box. At what point do you consider someone a boxer? Like, if you started going to a boxing gym, at what point do you say, oh, I'm a boxer?
You got to be in the double digits.
Double digits of what?
Minimum.
Of what?
Of
Fights?
fights?
Boxing fights, yeah.
I mean, no, that you call yourself a boxer, though. But if you haven't had any fights, just spars in practice, at what point do you say, I'm a boxer?
Okay, all right, you make a good point. You make a very valid point.
Because a lot of guys I know call themselves boxers
Yeah.
because they spent a month at fucking some boxing gym.
Yeah, like or they go to
Oh, no.
Knuckleheads
Or-
boxing gym.
Yeah,
and
they
then-
go
no,
to
I don't
Knucklehead.
think it's
Shout out to
official till you
Knuckleheads
step
or any
in.
of their spots. But they go somewhere and they box, and so they call themselves a boxer, right?
Yeah.
So at what point can you call Jake Paul a boxer? Because if he trains like a boxer and he lives like one, and he has had at least one professional fight, even if it's because of his name and branding, that dude's a boxer. In
Yeah.
my opinion,
Yeah.
career-wise,
wrong. You're not
you
wrong.
can't let him not call himself a boxer
Yeah,
because
that's for sure.
we all do it if we're doing it. Like if I go and I start training boxing, the moment I've committed to that training, I'm gonna call myself a boxer. No, I'm not a professional boxer, but I'm a boxer. You
Mhm.
see the difference? So
Yeah.
he did have a professional match. It was still a Showtime fight.
Yeah,
It's
that's
still
true.
It
considered.
still made money
it
for
still
it.
made money for him. So even if you like it or not, the boy's a professional boxer.
Facts.
So as far as that goes, I give that to him. My respects to him for taking whatever controversy revolves around his name and using it to make
Yeah.
a fucking living. I would do the same shit. If there was, I don't think I'd do this type of shit, but I would do the same shit in the sense of I would use my name and any controversy or hype or whatever around it to
Build the
make,
brand.
build a brand, make a profit, make a business out of it. So I don't knock him for saying, "Hey, I want to try boxing," and going and trying boxing at the level that he's doing it. Maybe it's not necessary to do it that way, but if you can, why the fuck not? So I don't knock him for any of that shit.
Yeah, I don't care for that. I don't knock him for that. The thing
I don't like the way he talks about things, the way he makes
Yeah.
it seem, but at the same time, he's selling fights. Like we have to take a step back and
That's
say
the world we live in, bro.
we have to take a step
It's a
back and
world
say,
of
hey,
potential.
is he really that naive? Is he really that egotistical? Is he really that dumb? Or is he really that smart that he understands that being the bad guy in a sport brings attention?
Mhm.
That he can see McGregor, great example. That he can see Floyd, great example. All these guys have all this hype around them and their name, and the way they talk shit, the way they build up a fight.
Isn't that how it all started? Was him and Conor McGregor, right?
No, it was Logan Paul, his brother, with Floyd. That was the first fight. But it started when Logan Paul started fighting with
KSI.
KSI for a boxing match. When YouTubers started boxing each other.
Mm.
God, I hope we're never considered YouTubers or anything of that sort. But when
Now introducing in the red corner, Ryan Montelongo.
It's like me and this
those,
one.
you could be
that.
you could be a little HBO announcer.
Yeah.
I could,
You know?
like when I get better, like tone wise.
Tone. You've been practicing or what?
Well, like
You're self-conscious with your tone now that you're on a pod.
wait, well, no, the difference on this, like, and then hearing it back. That's
Honestly,
kinda like,
that whole thing,
I
that,
can
that
see
whole
how to play
fucking
it out.
like part of that job, dude, it just sounds sick as fuck.
Yeah,
Like being
right?
that Bruce Buffer, that Jimmy
Oh,
Lennon
yeah.
Jr. is so fucking
that's what
sick.
makes a fucking
That who makes
Dude, that fool is trademarked.
killing.
That guy is
You get-
trademarked.
Yeah, you get to show up and just announce fights and like
That's
watch every
nuts.
fight
And make
and you're
millions
there.
for that
and
fight.
make money for having
Just
that
that
quality
voice.
of voice,
Yeah.
the type of voice that
Yes.
we're looking for. Yeah. But to get back to the topic, so I genuinely believe that if he is a lot smarter than people give him credit for, he's doing things in a very methodical, well thought out way,
Mhm.
and he's building the controversy even further with every fight, which is making him more money and giving him possibly the fights that he does want.
Right.
So even if we don't agree with the method, even if we don't agree with the madness, I think there has to be a level of genius to it. There has to be
Oh,
a
for
part
a
of it
fact.
where he's really thinking this shit through. There
Yeah.
has to, or he's just fucking lucky. But I really think
doubt.
I
At
really
that
think he's
level,
thinking
you
this
gotta be
through.
No, he's
high
thinking it through.
caliber
He's
that
thinking
doesn't
through.
mean that
level of athlete, you know
that doesn't mean that what people are thinking or saying is or isn't true though. Maybe people are getting paid to take L's and they're giving the fights to Jake.
I mean,
Maybe
that's-
they're not. Maybe they're just
Yeah.
not the best opponents to pick. Maybe
Or
he
maybe
is
they're the
on
best opponents
roids.
for him to
Maybe
pick.
he's not on roids. I mean, there's always gonna be controversy about shit. There's always going to be these little side comments. And a lot of times it's because people don't want to give somebody the credit. So they create these other narratives that create conflict. So maybe he is just killing it. Or maybe it's built on legitimate reasons and he really is. Like it's hard to know from the outside because all
Yeah.
you're working off of is different people's opinions.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So we have to take that into account.
See, like for me, I'll give him that. Like, dude, he's been busting his ass. Like, he's been training for 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't knock somebody for training that hard for that amount of time.
That's
The only thing that gets to me is like when he starts calling out like real boxers, like Canelo, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I understand you're trying to sell this.
That's
You're
fine.
trying to sell it, but like, dude, don't call out somebody that you know you're not even in the class of yet.
But even if he loses that fight,
Yeah, it's a multi-million
it's a
dollar fight.
multi-fucking
guaranteed.
$1,000,000 fight. That thing is
Guaranteed.
fact. If you hear Canelo versus Jake Paul, you're watching just for the troll aspect.
Yeah,
Even
you're just
if
watching
don't
for
think the
fucking
fight's
Canelo
that
to
good.
fuck him up.
Yeah,
and knock him
you're
out.
like, oh, I want Canelo to knock this fucker out, right? But then you'll have a guy like Jake Paul, and all he has to do is last 3 rounds and be like, I don't care. I lasted 3 rounds with one of the greatest.
I mean, it's just like Logan, what
what
lasted
I mean?
10 rounds with Floyd.
Yeah, like look, that was his argument. Well, I lasted 10 rounds. So
So the whole and then
I mean, it's great. I'm not
That's
knocking
true.
it, but I'm saying like, so what? That's what it is now. There's always a silver lining. There's always a win for the guy that's not supposed to win at all. There's always going to be an angle, you know.
there's always, there's
Even
always
if
a
I
good,
lose,
good and a bad guy,
oh, well,
regardless of
I,
what it
I
is.
had the fight. Have you fought Mayweather? You see what I'm saying? There's always something. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Dude, I was watching their podcast the other day when Jake he was coming up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm probably having the biggest year, I'm the biggest person in 2021." And then his brother's like,
I fought Mayweather.
"It's like I fought Floyd."
It's fucking.
He just
Dead
instantly was like
silent.
done. Like,
Yeah, I'm out. Hey, wrap it up.
Facts.
We gotta.
Facts.
dude, honestly, I'm not knocking Logan for shit, but like his like the way he fought Floyd, his skill isn't there, but dude, he actually was throwing some good punches on Floyd. Like he was landing some shit on him that was like, all right. Obviously, Floyd's 50 years old now.
Fucking 5'2", no?
No, he's 5'7", something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
How
5'7".
tall's Logan? 6.
You're like
6'3".
5'3".
6'3".
So
Or
he's,
like,
he's at least 4 inches on
Ah,
you. The couch doesn't show it.
6'3".
he's like 6'3".
Yeah, Logan's fucking up
He's
there,
tall.
and he's solid,
Fuck.
solid.
But that motherfucker, like he's
I'm
put in the work
surprised.
too. Like and
Yeah.
he's fucking strong.
That's the thing. Like he's so strong, you'd think he would have. Obviously, Floyd's movement is a huge
Yeah.
factor in this, but you'd think he'd at least
For
would've
him
hit
being for
once
Floyd
hard.
being the age that he's at, still be able to move.
Oh, yeah, that
and-
was
and
impressive
just
on Floyd's
box
side.
How much do they
completely.
make off of that? Do you know?
millions. I
Like,
think. I think
Floyd made 100 million.
Yeah,
Easy.
Floyd's contract was 50 million
What?
plus some 50%
Plus
of
per-
sales or
the-
some shit or
Holy
whatever. So it was like around 100 million
Plus
for the
pay per
fight.
views.
And all that doesn't even count all the money he made off pre-promoting the fight,
Yeah.
because he's getting
Yeah,
paid
all the
to
press
go on-
conferences,
yeah,
all
the
the shit
press
that
conferences,
happened.
go on this show, go on that show.
Like all the shit with like that
Sponsors,
hat
huh?
bullshit that fucking
Mhm.
happened. Like, do you know how much money they made off of that?
Yep.
Just from the constant advertisement or
Mhm.
constant people playing that video over
Yeah.
and over and over.
people liking the conflict
Didn't
so
they
much.
like even put out a shirt like I got your hat?
Yeah.
or, like, a
yeah,
hat
like
that said
and it
that?
sold millions.
Yeah.
So like you make so much. That's what I'm saying. It isn't. He's not dumb. So it's not luck. It's not just happening this way. He is
Yeah.
No,
plotting
he's
this shit.
methodical about
He's
this.
methodical about it. They're having private meetings where they're like, "Hey, let's keep playing this agenda of like the annoying, stupid kid that's just wilding up and la da da da,
Mhm.
and let's fucking cash out." It's exactly what's happening. It's
Yeah.
exactly how I'd be handling it,
That's for sure.
because the controversy already exists. It's already there. They're already fucking hating you.
And that's what sells. Dude. Like controversy sells
yeah, make
anything.
make the fucking money off of it. You might as well.
In the
That whole
woods.
thing that's going on right now, like the contract and negotiations with Tyson and Logan. I'm like, it's
I haven't
good.
seen that. Are they actually gonna fight?
Supposedly they're supposed to fight. Like they're in contract
Damn.
negotiations. But I'm like,
Tyson and Logan.
honestly, that fight that Tyson had with Roy Jones, I'm like, dude, Tyson looks fucking good, dude.
Tyson's
for being,
always gonna be a fucking
That was-
beast.
he's a
That fool's
monster.
fucking solid, dude. There's no way that guy's
Nuts.
hands are nuts. That guy's hands are
fuck yeah, he's
fucking
quick, dude. For
crazy,
being his
bro.
age, he's fast as
and
fuck.
powerful. Take that punch, fuck.
Fuck.
What would you? What would it take for you to take that punch?
I eat it for a meal.
Just one? Just 1 mil?
I mean, if I'll go 10.
Bring
80 for
that
10.
No, but like, what's the lowest you take? Like, if I had a check for a meal right now, would
You
you
gotta-
take
Honestly,
the punch?
now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, dude, all
Yeah,
the fucking medical bills after
Yeah,
I
you
get hit,
gotta
I'm like,
cover.
fuck.
You gotta
Yeah.
cover your medical bills.
No,
so
it's just
for
it's just in the
sure.
chin. You might break your jaw, but
I'm good. No, that shit sucks.
Drink
I had
fluid,
my
huh?
jaw
Yeah.
dislocated once, and it was pretty fucked.
Really?
Playing basketball too, I went up for a rebound, and some dude went up, and his elbow just clocked in the jaw, and it just popped out. I landed, and it was like off to the
Like
right,
stuck.
like
Yeah.
stuck where my bite was off. Like you could tell.
Holy shit.
So I
You're
just,
like talking like this.
yeah, so I leaned forward and I relaxed my mouth, and I just went, and
Oh,
then I
yeah.
heard it pop back in.
Fucking
And I was
concussion.
like,
that
all you
shit.
had to do is pull down and then
Yeah, all you had to do is just
Dude, I
grab
don't
it back
know.
and
I
pull
just
down.
fucking I popped it back in. So then I popped it back in. I was like, oh, all right. Ever since then, my jaw's been weird. It'll pop.
Yeah.
Sometimes all up
Yeah.
and all
I
down.
wonder why.
Yeah, I
straight
got
muscles
fucking-
like this,
Fucking pipe, just smashing himself in the head.
yeah. But so okay. you-
worse than the fucking blow. Huh?
so
You're just
so
like,
then we were talking about you taking the
Yeah.
punch. What's the lowest? So for $1 million, if I had $1 million cash right now, and Mike Tyson was right here, and he was just gonna pop you one time in the jaw, would you take it?
Honestly, now that I think about it, not for a meal. I'd probably do it for like 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I say 100. You guys are
$100?
cash. 100 mil.
I was like, fuck.
100
I'll
mil.
pay it right
Oh,
now.
balls I do.
That
100
dude,
mil?
That punch. Have
would-
you seen
You
that
wouldn't
punch?
do it for less than 100 mil?
What's your lowest? What's yours?
If I'm gonna get paid out,
Keep it
like,
a-
I'm gonna
keep it a
get
buck.
100 mil.
I do a mil, but I'm really thinking about it. And if someone had 500,000 for me right now, I'd probably take the punch.
Tax free?
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
straight up. Cause dude, I go buy another apartment complex for 500,000. That's the down payment right there,
That's fuck.
and I'm
That's-
good.
If
How bad could it be?
you not be able to fucking eat for the rest of your life.
Nah, it won't be a rest of your life.
He's not gonna knock out all your teeth. He's gonna hit you like right here, like on the chin. So it's just
Bro.
gonna knock you out.
I don't know. I
It
don't
might-
know if
it might-
anybody's
Hey,
like-
we'll give you a mouthpiece.
It might fuck up your jaw a little bit, but if I get a mouthpiece, I'll definitely do it for 500 grand.
Yeah.
With the mouthpiece,
Well,
500
mouthpiece, yeah.
for sure. I don't think I do less than 500 just out of my dignity. Like I want to at least say I got
Take a
500
punch
out
for
of it.
500.
Now that I think about it, I feel like out of respect for myself, I should say a million.
Why do you think I
I
already
should say a
rethought
million.
that?
I should say a million out of respect for myself.
Yeah, you're
I just say
gonna
at
go
least
through
a
all
million,
that,
you know?
Yeah,
Be all disconfigured for a
You'd
couple
be
weeks.
surprised, man. Some motherfuckers would be like, "Hey, if $10,000 was in front of me, I'd take that punch."
That's true.
yeah, fuck.
Because
yeah.
but it's different when you're looking at that money. Like, oh, like when this shit's real, it's not hypothetical. You like, oh,
But we're talking about like prime time Mike Tyson.
oh no, I was
Oh, I'm
talking
talking about now.
today.
Prime time,
Mm.
fuck.
Prime time,
10 mil.
kind of fucked.
Yeah,
10 mil, I'll be on the floor asleep.
I don't even think I want to
I'd be
play
like,
at prime time. Because I'm just thinking about the snap on it.
Just
Like,
what about a gut
Broke
shot?
to the gut. Ah.
I feel like that's like I risk hurting more.
Yeah, your ribs
What if
breaking.
my fucking spleen ruptured or some shit? And I just like
Just get-
go to the ER, and now I got a bag and take a shit out of the side of my
Oh,
stomach
shit.
because I wanted 50,000 from Mike Tyson. You know, like I don't know.
All
I
your
don't think I-
bowels are rearranged.
yeah, I don't think I'd do it
Fuck
for
that.
that little. I don't think I'd take the gut. I'd let him Charlie horse me.
The
Like,
fuck is
like-
that?
Like when you take a push to the
Snaps your
Oh.
femur in half.
Well, could you imagine?
Fuck.
Dude, that's just fucked. And I would be happy that it wasn't my jaw. Because if you could snap my fucking whole ass thigh,
Dude, could you imagine the force behind that shit?
Dude, like seeing this guy like when he was younger, like at 15, how
fucking
fucking
crazy.
he was big, how
You
built
ever seen-
he
You ever
was.
seen The Rock at 15?
Small little fucking guy.
No, he was huge.
Really?
What? Yes.
His high school picture?
Dude, that fool
Oh,
was
the little stash
massive.
pic?
Yeah.
He was fucking humongous.
That-
Show up to class like,
Who do you know
who's
is
the
big
fucking-
and
who's
then
the
think
teacher
bigger?
here?
This motherfucker, yeah, this motherfucker looked like he was the teacher. Fucking
that's
Principal Rock.
nuts.
Some bullshit, yeah.
That's some
Who
shit.
had a
You
full
go to
fucking
school and
beard,
like, nah, I'm the
principal
teacher
doesn't even
today.
have a beard.
Like, could you imagine being that fucking big at that age?
Dude, that'd be nuts.
Oh, nobody want to fuck you.
What do you mean?
Bro, you got way too much dick. These little girls,
Oh.
15, these little girls the size of half of you. And
Oh,
you
shit.
walking around with
With a fucking
With-
sledge.
with 7 feet of dick. You walking around with 7 feet. You walking around with 7 feet of dick.
You're like
grown
this,
ass
fucking
man.
wrapping it around your leg and shit.
You're like, hey, if you think this mustache is thick, bitch, wait till you find out, bro. Fuck no. All right, if you're still here with us at the moment, we want to thank you.
We
Thank
appreciate
for-
you guys watching in, looking in.
We appreciate all of you checking out the show, and we're out. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Later on.
The next time.